Mae'n brynhawn mawr I dîmau pêl-drod merched Caerdydd ac Abertawe. Dyma ni rownd derfynol Cwpan Cymru. Live football now, the Bute Energy Welsh Cup final between Cardiff City and Swansea City with English language commentary. Press the red button if you're watching on Sky Plus, Freeview or Virgin Media, or if you have a TiVo or Sky Q box, go to settings and use the audio selection option. Any problems, call our viewers hotline. Yn fyw o Rodney Parade, dyma sgorio ar S4C gyda Sioned Dafydd.
Caerdydd, enillwyr Cwpan Cymru 2023.
Ond prifddinas Cymru yw cartre Cwpan Cymru. A mae Caerdydd yn codi'r cwpan am y pedwerydd tro yn olynol.
Mae'r elyrch yn gobeithio dychwelyd Cwpan Cymru I Abertawe am y tro cyntaf ers 2018. Ond mae yna dipyn o her o'i blaenau prynhawn yma wrth i'w gelynion pennaf yr adar gleision geisio codi'r tlws am y pumed tymor yn olynol. Dyma ni te, Derby De Cymru yn rownd derfynol Cwpan Cymru Bute Energy ac mae'r cyfan yn fyw o Rodney Parade yma ar S4C. Ie, croeso cynnes ato ni a stim byd gwell na rownd derfynol yn yr haul a stim byd gwell na cael cwmni y ddwy yma. Gwenan Harris a Iona Williams, croeso mawr ato ni. Nawr Gwenan, mae unrhyw rownd derfynol yn special, ond mae yna rhywbeth special iawn am Cwpan Cymru. Mae'r ddwy o chi di ennill y tlws yma, ond mae yna bach o hanes yma, nag oes e Gwent?
Mae'n pwnc bach yn sensitif Iona, achos un gyntaf fi pan 15 mlwydd oed a chwaraeon I Bangor gym agos iawn, ond enillon ni. Ond just special iawn, fel ti'n gweud. Symod pa un os bod yr un gyntaf neu'r pumed un o'n I mewn, o'n I dal yr un mo'n nerfus, achos oedd e'n golygu gymaint. Yn ffodus iawn cael chwarae mewn gymaint. Dim cweit ar ceiau fel hwn, yn anffodus, ond mae'n dangos y datblygiad a gobeithio fydd yn gêm cyffroes iawn heddiw. Ie, mae'n mynd I fod yn dipyn o achlysur, ond fi'n gobeithio bod y ddwy o chi ddim yn mynd I fod yn cwmpo mas prynhawn me. Iona, o ran gêm heddi, nawr mae'r rheolwyr yn bach o thema. Izzy Taylor I thymor cynta hi wrth y lliw yn Abertawe. Mae di ennill Cwpan Cymru gyda Met Caerdydd, ond Caerdydd newydd penodi, rheolwr newydd yn Noah Bushby. A dyma yw I gêm gynta fe fel rheolwr. Mae hwn yn mynd I fod yn dipyn o her.
Yndi, mae'n sefyllfa eitha anarferol. Dod o rheolwr newydd fewn yn gêm, un o'r gemau pwysig ar tymor. Ond pa gêm well I roed enw fel rheolwr newydd Gaerdydd. Mae e'n dab sydd wedi gadael a mae o'n sefyllfa eitha dod ar rheolwr fewn amser yma flwyddyn, ond ia, gan I weld, ella bod heddiw di'r diwrnod cyntaf o'n ei enw I hyn. Ie,
byddai hwnna yn dipyn o beth. Reite, un stat fach syfrdanol I chi ar gyfer heddi, gan bod Caerdydd wedi ennill Cwpan Cymru 4 gwaith yn olynol a'r ffaith oedd y pandemig wedi digwydd cyn hynny. Mae hwnna'n golygu bod Caerdydd heb golli gêm yn y gystadleuaeth yma ers mis Mawrth 2019. Reite, gadewch I ni glywed gan y rheolwyr mae Izzy Taylor a Noah Bushby wedi bod yn siarad gyda'n gohebydd ni, Nicky John.
How important is it to this group that you continue your dominance in the Cup today?
Yeah, it's really important. Like you say, it's a great record that the club have, and I've been a part of that record for the past 7 years as well. So it's a record that I care deeply about as well, and yeah, it's really important that we continue that.
Yeah, we know what today's about. It's the first time in a final for a lot of our players, so it's been about how we sort of manage those emotions, but also make sure that we prepare as best as possible for the challenge that Cardiff are going to set us.
They're always going to be a tricky opponent. And they always are a tricky opponent, and whatever you say about the league and the teams involved, it's a South Wales derby. It's always going to be a tough game. It's always going to be a battle, and to add to that, it's a cup final as well.
I spoke about it after the game when we played against Wrexham about how proud we were of the group and how we were on a tough run. We'd lost 4 games in a row, and going away to Wrexham on their championship day was a tough place to go. But the group really sort of stuck together and were resilient in what we needed to do, and that we were great on that day, and hopefully we can bring more of that today.
I don't want to make it about me, and I don't want to make it about personal emotions. I have a job to do in order to make sure that the team are as prepared as possible, and the 11 players on the pitch, and then our fans as well backing us up. They're the most important people.
A word about Lucy Finch and Stacey John, who lace up their boots for the final time today. But what a send-off it would be for two such faithful servants to the club to go out with a Welsh Cup win.
Yeah, look, there's 3 players, so obviously Steph Turner as well included in that. And look, with Steph and Lucy, I've worked with them for a long time, and these days are special enough, but even more special when you've got goodbyes to say. So look, I hope that they all do themselves proud today. They've done us proud for many years, and we're immensely proud to have had them as part of our squad, and hopefully today we get the job done for them.
Diolch yn fawr iawn. Enjoy the occasion. Pob lwc.
Diolch.
Ie, bydd tymor nesaf yn odd iawn heb Lucy Finch a Stacey John. A Gwenon o ran Abertawe, nawr bydden nhw ddim wedi cael y tymor yn nhw moyn o ran y gyngrair, wedi gorffen yn y drydydd safle, ond am ganlyniad gaethon nhw ar y diwrnod olaf yn meddi'r pencampwyr Wrexham o 2 gôl i 1. Faint o hwb yn seicolegol fwy na unrhyw beth bydde hwnna di roi iddyn nhw cyn heddi?
Un enfawr yn sicr, fel ydw i dweud, falle ddim y tymor nhw'n gobeithio tymor llawr well na llynedd, ond o'n nhw reit ynghylch, reit yn y mix, cwbl o misoedd nôl, felly o'n nhw wedi cwmpo oddi ar y gyflymder Wrexham a Caerdydd, felly oedd y gêm yna lan fyna, mwy na unbeth, i profi pwyntiau i nhw eu hunan, bod nhw yn gallu cystadlu, mae jyst angen y cysondeb yna o fewn y tymor. Ond beth mae wedi dangos nhw yw eto o fewn un gêm, maen nhw'n gallu cystadlu, maen nhw'n gallu brwydro, a mwy na hwnna, maen nhw'n gallu ennill yn erbyn y pencampwyr ac yn erbyn y tîm oedd reit ar y frig.
Iona, o ran Caerdydd, nawr un o'r ser yn y tîm eleni yw Michaela Cook. Di sgorio 9 o goliau i'r clwb eleni, wedi creu 10 gôl hefyd. Nawr, hon yw'r chwaraewr gall fod yn dipyn o bentost i'r eilirch heddi.
Ie, chwaraewr ifanc efo lot o potensial. Mae'r stats y hun yn deud y cyfan. Mae wedi sgorio 9, wedi creu 10. Nath Eliza Colley adael yn yr haf, ac oedden nhw'n chwilio am rywun i lenwi sgidiau a dod i fyny bach fwy o goliau. Mae hi wedi sefyll i fyny i gwneud hyn. A dim nid hynny, mae wedi sgorio 3 gôl mewn 4 gêm erbyn Abertawe'n barod lenni. Felly fydd hi'n hanfodol i Gaerdydd heddiw. Ie,
hi yw'r un bydd Abertawe'n bendant moyn cadw'n dawel. Gwenan, oedd y ddwy o ni yn gweithio ar gêm Albania yn erbyn Cymru nithwr o ran y tîm rhyngwladol. Un chwaraewr mae rai ni sôn amdano yw Phoebe Poole. Nawr gath i chap gynta i Gymru nos Fawrth ar y Caeras, ond 2 mlynedd yn ôl oedd hi'n ware yn y rownd derfynol yma i Gaerdydd. Mae'n dipyn o stori, a mae fe just yn dangos bod y gyngrair yma gallu bod yn platfform i'r chwaraewyr ifanc yma.
Ydy mae fe, pan gath y gyngrair ail strwythuro, oedd lot o straeon gwahanol, rai pobl yn hapus, rai pobl ddim, ond y nod oedd i wneud y gyngrair yn fwy cystadleuol ac i helpu'r clybiau ar y lefel ryngwladol, pan maen nhw'n mynd ymlaen i'r cyngrair pencampwyr, ond hefyd i roi sylfaen i'r chwaraewyr i gallu camu ymlaen o fyna. Ni wedi gweld rai nawr, ni wedi gweld y safon yn gwella pob flwyddyn, ni wedi gweld rai yn dod trwyddo, so angen mwy nawr.
Reit, yn glo iawn, pen ar y bloc, Iona, pwy sy'n mynd i ennill hon heddi?
I fi, mae'r profiad gyn Gaerdydd yn normal, felly fi Gaerdydd.
Gwent, na i mynd yn erbyn am mynd Abertawe te.
Oce, o Gwenan, Iona, diolch yn fawr iawn am y tro. Mae'r tîmoedd yn camu mlaen i'r ca Coriota, tlws ola'r tymor yn y fantol. As always, we do have English language commentary available through the usual red button options. Former Wales international Katie Sherwood is alongside Dylan Ebenezer. Ac yn y Gymraeg, mae Gwenan Harris am fynd land i ymuno a Cath Morgan a Nick Parry. Prynhawn da i ti, Nick.
Diolch, Sioned. Good afternoon and welcome. So many stories flying around this final, so many narratives. Cardiff going for a treble a few weeks ago could end up trophyless. If Swansea don't win, it'll be 4 seasons without a trophy for them. Longest run in their history. Final game for some famous players. First game in charge for the Cardiff manager. But I guess the biggest story of all, it's Cardiff against Swansea. A tale of 2 cities. It makes it very special. But the sprinklers haven't read the scripts. Katie Sherwood, great to have you with us in commentary today. They're getting soaked already.
Wow, I just know there's going to be lots of drama. First drama of the game. But like you said, South Wales showdown is going to be spicy, it's going to be feisty. This game is going to be real value for money.
So many stories as I was saying, well, there's something special when these two clubs meet. Sioned saying, Katie, former Wales international, former Cardiff players, won the Welsh Cup with them, won the English FA Cup as well. Enjoy the cup finals, obviously. How big is this rivalry? Is that a stupid question?
Yeah. I don't think it needs an introduction, does it? Swansea, Cardiff, you know, the history goes way back. Two teams who bleed blue and white. They just want to win for their city, and yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Before the kick-off, it's the anthem. And singer Glenn Rhys leading proceedings. Glenn Rhys, a famous voice from the West End, on Rodney Parade, and a famous sight, the cup gleaming in the Sunday sunshine. Both teams and children with the greetings before kick-off. Great sight here before the cup final. We'll look at both teams. Cardiff, they changed a bit. Final game of the season against the new Saints, so the 5 changes. Fionn Price on the bench, top scorer from the league last season, team of the season. And with Swansea, of course, no changes from their last game. A win away at Wrexham, which will give them so much confidence going into this. Lucy Finch, Stacey John, final games today for the Swans. I'll let Katie explain what we expect, formations-wise.
Yeah, we can see with Cardiff, we can see Hannah Power, she's slotted back into that centre-back role. We've seen her in the centre midfield, so she'll be looking to lead that back line as captain. Helena Evans, a new signing this season, she'll look to be that combative midfielder, with Kernock leading the line. And Swansea, not much change from their last fixture at Wrexham. We'll probably see Lake and Finch really pushing on into those advanced positions to join in the attack, and a frightening front line with Deacon and John, who have been deadly this season in front of goal.
Match officials as well. Charlotte Capita taking charge for this final. Just looking at some players, Michaela Cook as well. What's the threat with Cook?
She has an end product, you know, 13 goals in all competitions, 10 assists. She's a player full of energy, full of bite, but she does both ends of the job. You know, she'll be up there really pushing on in that attacking role, but great energy to get back and help in defence as well.
Captains in the middle. We'll get the family connection out of the way. Hannah Power, your sister, of course. We've mentioned it now.
Yeah.
We'll move on.
Obviously professional and neutral.
Absolutely.
Here today,
well, we've got
Dylan.
some insight anyway to the Cardiff build-up. We were working together and the Adron Trophy final went to penalties. I've never been so relieved to see somebody score a penalty. I know they lost on penalties. The captain leading the way that day on the penalties. And we're going to see both teams swap sides as well, as we're also concentrating on Chloe Chivers.
Yeah, one of the most technically gifted players in the league. She scored against every team in the league apart from Cardiff, so I'm sure that's a stat that she'll want to change here this afternoon. A playmaker, a game changer, and she'll be key to how Swansea play and their success this afternoon.
Michaela Cook again, as both teams go into a huddle. You don't want to get into an argument of counting the caps, the international caps in our gantry today. Katie with us, 50 caps for Wales. Gwen and Harris, Kath Morgan the other side. There's plenty of experience on this gantry, Katie.
And I'm sure Gwen and Kath would say the same. These are the games you want to play, and I love to have my boots on and be down there and playing in another Welsh Cup final.
Final words before the kick-off. A slight delay, mainly to do with the sprinkler situation earlier, soaking the players. A glimpse of Stacey John in her final game for the Swans. 250 games as well. What an occasion to bow out. 161 goals. And from the last game to the first game, Noah Bushby, first game in charge. What a way to start your managerial career, just straight into the final.
Yeah, these are the moments you want to be involved in it. Embrace it and just enjoy the occasion.
Cardiff, Swansea, tale of two cities, who will be lifting the Welsh Cup this afternoon. Cardiff straight away into the action. Oldham delivering. Swansea settling. Seen some water coming off the pitch, so they obviously watered it. They watered the players as well, that's part of the problem. Lovely skills from Deacon. Pass goes astray. Swansea regaining possession. Stacey John, first touch of her final game, taking on the Swansea Cardiff defence. Chloe Chivers threatening as well, lively.
These opening 10 minutes, though, is really important, aren't they? You just want to settle into the game, hold your nerve, and just stick to those normal routines and try not to let the occasion get the better of you.
Cardiff 100% against Swansea this season, so they take some confidence in that. 4 league games, 1 in the Andron Trophy as well. Swansea's final league victory against Wrexham. Wrexham had won the league, so there is that caveat, but some performance on the rock against Wrexham.
Yeah, they were really impressive, weren't they? Final game of the domestic season. That would have been a huge psychological boost coming into this game.
Billingham nearly through. Lovely work from Billingham. Laura Kernock couldn't make the most of it.
Yeah, she just finds herself in between the centre-backs there. Just couldn't get on the end of the ball. But great vision by Lily Billingham, and she'll be key to how Cardiff play.
Walklet, the latest to deliver. Kernock forced back. Just get the impression the Cardiff are up for this. In the early few minutes, again, we see the water spraying off the surface. I guess that helps as Chivers gets stuck in. Deacon in there as well for Swansea. Limps away. Just seeing the ball going back to the goalkeeper. We'll see it in a minute now. The water obviously spraying. I don't know if it's slowing it down or quickening it up. It's hard to tell right now.
Yeah, it's definitely something to be aware of, especially if you think you've got enough pace on the ball, especially as a centre-back playing the ball back into their goalkeeper.
Michaela Cook couldn't make the most of that. It's the little things that grab your attention. Here's a shot as we see the water.
Yeah, that's definitely something that Swansea's going to have to be aware of. You can see the ball just holding up a little bit there. They're going to have to put a little bit more pace and weight behind that back pass to the goalkeeper.
Cardiff, the holders. And you could have said that any of the last 4 seasons. They've won it 4 in a row. The Bute Energy Welsh Cup. And the stat that's been trotted around, they haven't lost in this competition since the semi-final in March 2019. That's
Do you know
mad.
how many days that is?
Oh, I've written it down somewhere, or somebody else wrote it down. Over 2,500 anyway. They're attacking here. 2,576. There
you go. I knew you'd have it there somewhere.
That's geeky stats dealt with. But it's quite a run they've had in this competition. It was Ian Darbish's first trophy as a Cardiff manager. And he's just left the club, so a new era for Cardiff. Well, they've been winning the Welsh Cup, they've also been winning the league, so it's a bit of a strange situation for them this season.
Yeah, I definitely think they come into this game with a little bit of pressure on their shoulders. They're a team who's used to winning silverware, and both teams, they'll want to finish the season in style with silverware, but definitely that little bit more pressure on Cardiff, because we've seen them run away with the league for the last 3 seasons, and this is the final game of the season, so both teams will want to finish really, really well. But yeah, a little bit of pressure on Cardiff.
And what about the fact that well, a few weeks ago, we were commentating on the Adran final. They were going for the treble, and suddenly it's all gone wrong. We'll wait and see if there's a flag here. Not yet. Oldham galloping through. Chance for Cardiff. Swansea dealing with it eventually. Well, I was waiting for the flag, thinking it was offside. Oldham timed it perfectly, by the sounds of it. Owen. Cardiff working down the right. Swansea being forced back. Good start by Cardiff, Katie?
Yeah, definitely. I think they started really positive. I think with Mackenzie Oldham, we'll see that a lot from her, really trying to stretch and get in behind the Swansea back line. Definitely on side there.
Perfect.
Such a willing runner as well, and a goal scorer. She's got 10 goals in the league this season, so she's definitely going to be a constant threat for Swansea.
Great call on the offside. A certain commentator just took it for granted that she was offside. And they're getting some joy here, but there's a head injury, so we'll pause. Would you be a bit twitchy if you were on the Swansea bench, one of the coaches watching the first few minutes?
Yeah, but it's a cup final, you know. There's a lot riding on this game. Not only is it just your regular Welsh Cup final, it's bragging rights at stake here between these two teams, such rivalry between them. So you know the first 10 minutes, they're full of emotion. You want to get that first pass, first tackle. So it's just who can settle into the game the quickest. But I'm sure Izzy Taylor is full of calming presence over there.
Swansea manager, so much success with Cardiff Met over the years. And they've won their league as well. Trying to get back to the top flight. Huge shock last season when they went down. Chance again for Cardiff, just couldn't get on the end of it. Michaela Cook popping up. Stacey John leaves it go for a goal kick.
Yeah, we can already see the attacking intent that you have from Michaela Cook. She's always looking to play on that shoulder. She has great pace as well to get in behind. It just didn't quite fall for her there.
Early days for Cardiff creating at the minute. Mentioned Cardiff's cup run, 4 in a row. They won it in 2016 as well. Swansea have won it 3 times over the years. Battling again, Oldham again. Blue shirts queuing up in the middle. Swansea definitely under pressure here. But Evans gives the ball away to Chivers. Not the player you want to see winning possession. Strong challenge from Chivers. Referee had a look at it. Mike Bowen settling it down for Cardiff.
And Cardiff are getting themselves into great areas. We've seen against Wrexham that Swansea, they like to play a high line, which is a dangerous way to play when you're playing against pace. But when Cardiff do find themselves in those areas, it's those key moments, key decisions. Can they look up? Can they find a player in the box?
Shannon Evans back in the team, missed the last league game of the season following a red card at the racecourse.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of frustration. Like you said, they were going for the treble at one moment, and now they're here. This is their last chance to win silverware.
There's the challenge. Referee saw it.
Yeah, we know Chloe Chivers, the technician that she is, but she also got a bit of bite to her, and that aggression. There's nothing wrong with that in centre midfield, but as long as it's controlled and is safe.
That was just the right side of the referee's decision making, I think. Definitely had a look at that challenge. Swansea across. Jessica Williams, the captain. Important role in these early minutes for the captain at the back for Swansea.
Yeah, she's such a figurehead for Swansea. She's had a fantastic season, leads by example, and she's so important in that back line. Not only what she can do defensively, but her leadership that she brings to the team too.
Swansea steal it. Chivers galloping up the pitch. Travelled some distance as well. Deacon in the middle. Chivers so dangerous in this position. There you go. Commentator's curse number 1 for the cup final.
Well, she definitely has the skill set. We've seen the sensational goals that she scored for Swansea from set pieces, but also in open play. So you know what she's trying to do there. She's trying to get on the right side of the defender, open up that space. But yeah, it wasn't a usual quality that we expect to see from Chloe Chivers.
Before that win at Wrexham, Swansea had struggled, lost 4 in a row. Not quite settled here yet. Cardiff definitely having the best of things. Billingham again, winning the corner. They're finding space.
Yeah, Cardiff's game plan is very much they thrive and they utilise that wide play, especially when you have players like Michaela Cook and Lisa Owen. They really hug that touchline. So what Swansea need to do, they need to stop the supply, get in the ball, switch in the attack quickly, that Cardiff are having great success at the moment.
Up comes Evans from the back, scored in last year's final. They're ready for it. Great delivery. Nearly great delivery. Over the top it went. Heart in mouth for a second there.
Yeah, not the quality that we usually see from Michaela Cook. She's fantastic at those set ball deliveries. We do see now a lot of corner takers actually go for goal. I'm not sure it's something that Michaela Cook was trying to do.
Chivers to Stacey John. How many times have we seen that combination over the years? Evans gives it away. Chance for Swansea to build. Lucy Finch advancing. Maisie Miller for Swansea. And it's taken a knock off the flag and gone out for a corner.
Well, I was just talking about players who like to shoot from corners. It's something that Chloe Chivers definitely has in her locker. And it's the first opportunity here for Swansea to really put Cardiff under pressure. And we know set pieces, I think, will be a key part of how Swansea are going to be successful when you have such quality on the ball like Chloe Chivers.
And I've seen her taking these right foot and left foot. So it's right foot this side, obviously. Dangerous by Chivers, wasn't bad. Far post. Caitlin Williams just coming in at the back. I know it's only a brief moment, but even this, that'll help Swansea settle. Yeah,
it's a great ball in by Chivers. Just the timing of Caitlin Williams' run. Could you try to knock that back into the box? Yeah, encouraging sign for Swansea.
She finished. Stacey John, Chivers, Deacon. Some possession for Swansea. Ellie Lake, dangerous again. Can she keep it in? Does so. Trick as well. Oh, she's won a corner.
Yeah, much better from Swansea. Getting their full-backs, their wing-backs into those advanced positions. Ellie Lake, she's such an athlete. Such power going forward. And really positive play from her. She loves those 1v1 duels. We've seen a fantastic goal that she scored against Wrexham. Not sure if it was a cross or a strike on goal. But yeah, she has been a fantastic signing for them this season.
And here we go, Chloe Chivers, last corner, right foot, this one, left foot. Just as dangerous as well, but Cardiff deal with it, to be fair. Meg Bowen with the header. Chance to deliver again from Chivers. It's causing problems, it's gone in! Over the goalkeeper, Chloe Chivers. Of course, it's Chloe Chivers, but it's a nightmare for Karen Chamberlain in the Cardiff goal. Swansea strike first in the final. 12 minutes gone, Cardiff 0, Swansea 1.
Well, we talked about the gift that Chloe Chivers has with her technical ability. We know that she has the skill set, but she also has the audacity to shoot from that kind of range. We know that Chamberlain, her starting position can be quite high at times, and that's her intention there is just to go for goal. What a sensational strike. And out of nothing, Swansea are in front.
Well, we've been mentioning Chloe Chivers, talked about her before kick-off, how dangerous she is on the slow motion. Glorious for Swansea, horrendous for Cardiff, and Chamberlain in the goal. But you can see how she's been caught out. Not many people would
That's
have
Chloe
the
Chivers.
audacity. You think she's gone for it?
Absolutely. Her first thought is always, how can I shoot? How can I create that opportunity for myself? She has her in her locker. She has the ability, and 100% does she mean that.
And what did you say before kick-off? She hasn't scored against Cardiff this season yet.
Well, there you go.
Oh, nearly a chance for Cardiff to reply straight away. Cardiff had the better of the opening exchanges as well. But a sucker punch there from Swansea. Just a few minutes of possession, helping Swansea settle, and a moment of magic
but it has actually been a bit of a trend for Cardiff City that they, in the opening 10 to 15 minutes, they do dominate possession, but they don't turn those chances into goals. We've seen it against Wrexham, and that's something that they definitely need to develop as a team, is taking the chances when they create them.
It's amazing how a game can change, the ebb and flow. You think it's going one way. Oh, that's late. Spillingham, crunching tackle. The ref's played on. Surely she's going to have a look at that one. Maddie Murray went flying in. I'd be amazed if there's no yellow cards. Well, I'm amazed.
Wow, that was reckless. That was late. No free kick. Never mind a booking. There's no free kick given there. How she has let that go, that is dangerous, that is reckless. That's really disappointing refereeing.
I'm stunned, absolutely stunned. I didn't say much at the time. I'm surprised Chloe Chivers didn't get a talking to when her late challenge early on in the game.
I think that just opens up now for a bit of a free-for-all, and then the referee's going to have to get a grip of the game. I am shocked that that's not even a free kick. No talking to. It's a good job that Lily Billingham is back up on her feet.
Well, the more I see it, you could have a conversation about a red card. That may be over the top, but yellow all day long, surely. And as you say, not even a free kick, and there we go, there's a little nick.
Exactly what I'm talking about. You know, where's the consistency there?
Yeah, so that's a free kick, and the other one wasn't. But that was a free kick as well, but the difference.
And that's frustration from Cardiff City, and again now it's an opportunity for Swansea to get the ball in the box. Yes, that's absolutely a free kick, but not consistent.
It's a foul. The other was bordering on assault. To be honest with you, I'm still gobsmacked. There we are, we'll move on. Something to talk about half-time. Chloe Chivers again, just into a dangerous position. No danger for Karen Chamberlain. She'll be disappointed conceding that goal. Obviously the occasion, the circumstances. Don't like to remind her there's a mistake on the racecourse against Wrexham as well, trying to clear goalkeepers. They're in the spotlight.
Who would want to be a goalkeeper?
Oh, I know. One mistake. And everybody mentions it. Oldham. Well, there was a chance there. Two clear on the left. Needed a better delivery from Oldham. Chivers sitting deep. Looking for Stacey John. Shannon Evans watching. Another little foul. And as Katie Sherwood mentioned, foul not given, but suddenly lots of complaints across the pitch.
Yeah, there's not much in that. I think Lisa Owen is looking and she's waiting for the contact. But like I said, you know, it's so frustrating as a player when the referee is not consistent.
Deacon turning away from the Cardiff players. Good recovery from Helen Evans. Evans' success against Swansea in the Adran Trophy final last season with the New Saints before moving to Cardiff. It was a good game anyway.
Yeah, it's what we expect, isn't it, from a South Wales derby. We know there's going to be a little bit of spice to it. It's exactly what you want to see.
Actually, I was surprised with that tackle. Shouldn't be, maybe. They just surprised by the lack of decision by the referee, I think, and punishment. There we are.
And listen, Maddie Murray, she's a very combative midfielder. You know, she knows how to throw a tackle around. She's great defensively. But the referee has to do better in those situations.
They are offside this time. Kernock, bit of a reaction to the decision. So Cardiff up against it. Swansea in the lead. Chloe Chivers, 12 minutes. After a strong start from Cardiff, goal scorer Chivers on the ball. She's enjoying herself at the minute. Finch under pressure. Just to remind you, Swansea have lost every game against Swansea this season. Be some moment to change that run, wouldn't it? In the cup final. And Stacey John getting stuck in.
I always think, though, with the cup final, your form in the league kind of go, you know, is irrelevant, because cup finals, they have a different kind of appetite for them, don't you? And I just think it's a one-off game. You know a lot about each other. They played each other many times this season. And like we said, when it's a Cardiff-Swansea game, you just know you're in for an entertaining 90 minutes.
Familiar face there, Noel Mooney, Chief Executive of the Welsh FA. Cardiff trying to get back into this. Billingham, full of tricks. Scored in last year's final. And some room here. Oh, Meg Bowen fancies the chances. Kernock got a touch. Swansea clear. Shannon Evans. Well, she was looking for Meg Bowen. They still got possession. Cardiff building again. Well, they were looking right. Lisa Owen, plenty of room down the right. They'll keep going. Michaela Cook, strong challenge on Cook. Still there for Cardiff. Kernock, chance, turns, door shut. Tight by the Swansea defence there.
Yeah, exactly what we've seen from Swansea in the Wrexham game. Really compact at the back, really disciplined, and just trying to limit the space that Cardiff can work in. And if the first defender is beat, the next centre-back is there to win the ball.
Two Cardiff players going for the same ball. Helen Evans and Shannon Evans. Stacey John gets there first. It's a race. Hannah Power needs to be careful, is careful.
Yeah, Stacey John Davis. Big game for her, final game in her career. She has been one of the most prolific goal scorers to grace this league. Defender's nightmare. Hannah Power did well then to get back in, but full of pace, full of tricks, full of goals. And she has been a great servant to the domestic game in Wales.
I've commentated on a few games over the last few seasons, and some of the most memorable goals, personally as a commentator, have been scored by Stacey John. She's scored some absolute crackers over the years.
Yeah, not as many goals as she'd like the last 2 seasons, but you look back at some of her goals, you could make a whole reel of Stacey John Davis goals. Sensational.
Golden boots galore. Fair play over the years when Swansea were dominating, winning league titles. Dropped off the last few seasons. Chivers fails to control. Yeah, it'll be 4 seasons in a row without a trophy if they don't lift the cup today. They're not thinking about that right now, of course. Well, it's a story either way, whichever way this goes. Don't want to concentrate on the team that loses, but if Cardiff don't win, it's a season without a trophy. Swansea don't. It's 4 seasons without a trophy. And Wrexham are watching at home, enjoying themselves. They're on the beach somewhere, probably.
Yeah, what a fantastic season. Wrexham have had history makers, the double this season, and thoroughly deserved in my opinion. They have been a joy to watch, so much to like about them, and good luck to them as they go into the qualifiers now for the Champions League.
Yeah, another brilliant occasion for the club. Strong work by Billingham. Oldham for Cardiff. Still there, plenty of options. A shot from distance, and somehow it stays out. Again, would have been an absolute nightmare for Fawkins in goal. But whereas Cardiff had no luck, it just went Swansea's way that time.
Yeah, huge sigh of relief for Fawkins and Izzy Taylor on the sideline. Saved by the post. Encouraging signs from Mackenzie Oldham, though.
Owen. Power for Cardiff. Well, there's a wall of white shirts waiting for them. A lovely tuck. Nearly came off, looking for Cook.
Yeah,
we'll see that chance again in a minute.
You can see what Mackenzie Oldham is wanting to do. She's left-footed, so she always wants to try and cut in on that left foot, but the goalkeeper, she just gets it wrong, doesn't she? But thankfully, saved by the post.
Well, they've conceded 16 against Cardiff this season. Somehow still has a clean sheet this afternoon. Won the treble with them a few years ago. On that run that Cardiff had. So impressive. Strong challenge again. Referee waves play on. It's the captain, Jessica Williams. Certainly not holding back. Touch from Stacey John. And there's problems here for Cardiff. Maisie Miller, but they recover. Owen, we've seen her in attacking position. Important defensive work there.
It was actually a 2v2 at the back then for Cardiff. They lost the ball, and then they're out of position and not enough numbers behind the ball, but Lisa Owen did really well there to recover.
Shannon Evans, one of the gang that's won the cup 5 times. 4 in a row, and there's another one in 2016. Hannah Power steps in. Deacon drifting. Oh, the Cardiff captain straight in. Throw in for Swansea.
Yeah, it's really important that you don't give Amy Deacon any space to turn. She's full of pace, full of tricks. Only a youngster, only 18, but she's really embedding herself into this league.
Swansea through Mitchell. Start of the show against Wrexham. Mitchell. Meg Bowen will have to concentrate here. Stacey John behind her. Bowen clears. Billingham did enough. Under some serious pressure there. And still under pressure. Chivers steals it for Swansea. Looking for Stacey John! Into the danger zone. Half a chance. Cardiff breathe a huge sigh of relief.
Yeah, she's actually caught offside. But what a fantastic
After
ball.
all that, I didn't see the flag.
What a fantastic ball here by Chivers. It's just waiting to have that connection from Stacey John. She's lurking in the box, but just couldn't get there quick enough. But yeah, she was actually just a yard offside.
Got caught up in the moment, thinking, surely is she going to score on a final appearance? I'm glad we mentioned Chloe Chivers before kick-off. She's enjoying herself.
Yeah, Cardiff need to get to grips with her. You know, that sort of player, you can't give her any time or space because she's so lethal with the ball at her feet. And a player who can use both feet, that's a dangerous player. It doesn't matter where they are on the pitch, they can find that space and they can distribute the ball.
Swansea ahead. Just over 25 minutes gone. The way they played at Wrexham just made you think it's going to be a lively final. And they've struck first. Cardiff have come close. Goalkeeper Amelia Fawkins relieved, to say the least, that that ball bounced back off the post into a lap. Strong tackling in midfield from Cardiff. And it's another late tackle by Chloe Chivers. Good work before that by Helen Evans.
Yeah, we were just talking about getting nice and tight on Chloe Chivers. You've got to match her aggression, not be out-muscled by her. But again, no word from the referee, just giving the free kick.
Second time that's happened. Meg Bowen for Cardiff. Folden, it's landed, it's offside again. Not quite landing for Helen Evans. Flag came up. Well, they've taken it quickly. They might regret that here. Olden for Cardiff. Are Swansea going to regret this? Maybe they should have regretted that as Helen Evans puts it over the bar.
Well, never mind about Swansea regretting it. Are Cardiff going to regret these chances that they're not taking? Mackenzie Olden, she is getting so much joy down this right-hand side. It's a great ball into Evans, but she just doesn't get the right connection. But Mackenzie Olden, she seems to be Cardiff's key player, creating these chances in this right-hand channel. There's another opportunity missed.
Yeah, it's becoming a key factor in this game. Swansea have struck. Cardiff haven't managed to take advantage of some of their chances. Olden again we're looking for offside. No side, Olden for Cardiff, clean through and goal! Keeper's out. Fawkins does well. Much better by Fawkins. Billingham. She was lining that one up. Swansea stopped them. Deacon and Stacey John. And Swansea sensed a chance to counter-attack. Chivers against Meg Bowen. Bowen does well. Just going to look at that chance again. Looks offside.
She looks, yeah, just slightly offside. I did think when Billingham played her, she was offside. But I talked about Alden, she's left-footed, so she wants to cut in. She creates a better angle for herself, but just the touch is too heavy, and it gives Fawkins a chance to make herself really big. It's a great save by the goalkeeper.
And she'll be feeling better about life in general after that. It wasn't a costly error, but still, it's going to play on your mind, I'm sure. Touchline, plenty going on. And some questions for the new Cardiff manager, Noah Bushby. So much experience from Izzy Taylor. Seen it all before. And I know with Noah, he's been in charge of younger teams with Cardiff. He's been at the club for years, but still, this must be so different. And now his team are a goal down as well with half an hour gone.
Yeah, it's very different being the assistant to actually being the person who's making the decisions. But it's about leaning on the staff that you have, that you're familiar with, and not changing too much. Trusting in your players to still be able to deliver, regardless who's standing on the sideline.
Deacon for Swansea. Evans clears. Now, they've just clashed heads here. Totally accidental. The referee hasn't seen it yet. They just walked into each other. Totally accidental, but it still looks painful. Swansea ahead, 1-0. League table, the end, Wrexham finishing top of the tree. Cardiff second, Swansea third. Here's the incident again. Just absolute accident.
Yeah, there's an opportunity now for both teams just to regroup and just get some tactical information on.
Live rugby coming up Friday night on S4C. It's another derby. Cardiff against the Ospreys. It's more or less Cardiff Swansea, isn't it? I'm sure there'll be howls of complaints somewhere. Similar geographically anyway. Chloe Chivers, the difference. And here's another chance to watch this one flying in.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people might be thinking that it's just a hopeful ball into the box. No, that's intentional, that's deliberate. She knows what she can do. She knows she has the ability to do that.
And I won't explain the celebration. Swansea fans, well, and Cardiff fans will be very aware of the significance. She enjoyed that.
But I think Chloe Chivers, she's suffered a few injuries over the last couple of seasons, but I think this season she's back to her best playing form, and she will be and has been integral to how Swansea play, and she'll be key to their success going forward. Such a young player as well, and still so much to give to this team. But yeah, she's happy playing, and when you're happy and thriving, you get your best football.
Well, if Cardiff get back into this and manage to win the cup, they'll have done it the hard way. Not just in this final, as Owen tries to get there. A little touch there, I think. Well, Swansea certainly thought it was their throw in. For Cardiff, they beat Wrexham in the semi-final, the new Saints in the last 8. And now it's Swansea in the final. Tough run. Billingham forced back. Owen keeping possession. Helen Evans to Meg Bowen. Plenty back for Swansea. Cardiff building slowly. Couldn't quite create the space. Billingham as well was an option. Cardiff again trying to create the space. Swansea standing firm at the minute.
Yeah, you can just see that Swansea, they're quite happy to have all players behind the ball and let the two Cardiff centre-backs have the ball. So they're really limiting the space that Cardiff can work in. So Cardiff's just got to do better off the ball. That little bit of movement just to try and disrupt and confuse Swansea and entice them out of those units.
Kernock's done well. Breaks free. There's a foul. Well, that's a free kick anyway. It's a card as well. Well. Ellie Lake. I'm saying well, if you're just joining us. There's been a few controversial incidents, shall we say, and the referee has some cards in the pocket anyway.
And I would say that's probably a softer one. You can see actually Kernock is holding Ellie Lake's shirt a little bit here. And all Ellie Lake is, okay, there's a little bit of a late leg there, but is that a booking?
I'm sure we'll see the crunching tackle from Murray at some point at half-time. But there's a chance for Cardiff here. Big chance for Cardiff as well. It'll be a great time to hit back. Fawkins comes out, does well. Still there for Cardiff. Chance for Power just to clip it back in. Too much on that one. Goal kick.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a ball back in or a shot by Hannah Power, and she won't mind me saying she's not a goal scorer, so I'm hoping that was just a bad pass into the box.
Katie's sister, of course, so they can argue amongst themselves later.
She won't appreciate that comment at all.
I thought she was very unlucky, in case she listens back later. Well, here come Cardiff again. It's very scrappy, but you know, it's building. Billingham flies in. That was a foul as well. Just a little late touch. Eilish Mitchell. Player of the game in the victory up at Wrexham. If I remember correctly, she was flying in midfield that afternoon. Did well to keep the Wrexham players quiet. Here they are again, ahead against Cardiff after losing all 4 league games and a Adron Trophy game against Cardiff this season. They're ahead. On the big stage, Rodney Parade. Oh, look at the room for Owen. Powers pass to Owen. Finch is across. Finch did well initially. Oh, she's done really well. Goal kick for Swansea.
Yeah, those spaces are definitely there for Cardiff to exploit. Swansea, they start quite narrow, so you're there really inviting Cardiff to hit those channels. But Lucy Finch, she did a fantastic job there to get back in and just have that recovery and just helping Caitlin Williams out just a little bit, because she struggled in these opening 30 minutes up against Mackenzie Alden.
Cardiff behind, hoping to finish the season with a trophy. Swansea, of course, in the same situation, but when you compare the last few years, Cardiff 4 in a row in the Welsh Cup. If we're going backwards the last few seasons, it's double, treble, double. Simple as that. Lovely skills from Chloe Chivers. Now the referees brought us back here, I think, for a little foul, but Chivers was clear. We'd seen the trick, she was clean through. Why stop it?
Yeah, just play advantage and just let the game flow.
Maybe a handball. Swansea haven't stopped. A chance to strike. Over it goes. Maisie Miller. Didn't really go for it. It's flying over the heads, to be fair. Where are Cardiff going with this run? Michaela Cook. Just felt she was drifting into a dangerous position, and that's exactly what's happened. Miller away from one. Deacon. And Billingham steps in for Cardiff. Always looking for Owen. Lisa Owen down the right. The pass doesn't get back to Billingham. Fawkins clears. It's a bit messy the last few minutes. We'll be happier. I guess Swansea will be quite content with that.
Yeah, Izzy Taylor will be happy just to have that one goal cushion, but I think Cardiff, they seem in control of possession and they're making Swansea work hard without the ball. But a little bit of sloppy play coming in, loose passes. You know, when you have players like Amy Deacon, Stacey John J. Davis and Chloe Chivers, they'll be ready to latch onto any poor ball.
Now then, so much space in front of Owen. Options in the middle, Kernock's in the middle. Such an important clearance from Mitchell. And there's a late foul as well, so they'll get a free kick. Well, again, we're seeing Eilish Mitchell in exactly the right spot. And there's yellow cards for Lisa Owen. See that incident again, some more frustration. It's great clearance here.
Yeah, it's on this second phase here. I think Lucy Finch is clearing the ball, and it's a late tackle from Lisa Owen. But again, it's this right-hand side where Cardiff seem to be getting the joy. It's a great defensive header for Mitchell, because that was landing at Laura Kernock's foot.
Second yellow card of the afternoon, one each now for the teams. Power flicks it on, Mitchell steps in, back with Power, Owen again, fresh from the yellow cards. Well, Billingham was clear there, couldn't quite squeeze it through. The white wall of Swansea players.
Yeah, you can see Jess Williams that commanding that back line and instructing her players to step up. They're really trying to catch Cardiff on that offside. Communication has to be key if they're playing such a high line.
Deacon with a flick, Shannon Evans clearing. Evans so important in the defence for Cardiff, especially considering she used to be a striker. It always takes me by surprise.
Yeah, and she was player of the season in the league last year at centre-back. I just think her qualities and the attributes she has. She's such an athlete, but also really composed on the ball in the way the Cardiff like to build from the back. Shannon Evans is really important in how they do that.
Patrick in the final in 2016, fair play, scored last year in the final as well. Cardiff could do with one now. Stacey John flies in.
Cardiff
5 to go.
They're comfortable in possession, but can they move the ball with a little bit more speed, a bit more urgency? Swansea are quite happy for them to slow the game down. If they move the ball, disrupt Swansea a little bit, because at the moment it's very much easy in front of them.
It's not quite a stroll in the Sunday sunshine for Swansea, far from it, but they're looking quite composed at the minute. Plenty of white shirts back. And the threat, of course, up top. No threat there. Back to Chamberlain. Meg Bowen, one of the youngsters, been so important for Cardiff for the last few seasons, but they're giving it away. Stacey John, Chloe Chivers, some room down the right, Lake. John's in the middle, ready for it, Stacey John! Did they get in each other's way? Or was it better defending from Cardiff? Either way, they've dealt with it. Chivers just taps it out because there's a player down. I think it's Lake. Ali Lake starting the danger.
Yeah, it's a great ball in, isn't it? I'm not sure who gets the final touch. I actually think it's Hannah Power coming in just to clear that ball, because that ball was landing on Stacey John's head. And in that position, you know she's going to find the back of the net. It's a great delivery in. I just think Ellie Lake's just lost her foot in there, and I don't know if she's just twisted her ankle maybe.
So you see the angle again as the cross comes in. Important defending. Could have been a chance for Swansea. Now she's done something to her ankle, obviously, delivering that cross. Still down. That'll be a worry for Swansea. New manager with some instructions. That looks promising. Well, it's easy for me to say, still looks painful.
Yeah, I'm sure Izzy Taylor will be hoping that Ellie Lake can resume the game. I think it's really clever play there from Swansea. They're happy to sit behind the ball, make it really difficult for Cardiff to get in behind. But when they win the ball back, they're going forward really quick and trying to catch Cardiff off guard when they've committed numbers forward.
Not sure Chloe Chivers will be adding these to the compilation video. Maybe she will. She'll be adding the goal and some of the flicks. No doubt about that.
Yeah, sometimes you've got to do the ugly side of the game as well, haven't you, in that centre midfield position. I think she's got away with a couple, personally.
Izzy Taylor. Well, you expect it to be fiery. She was actually sent off recently, mid-match. A couple of yellow cards on the touchline. Leading by example. Apologies to Izzy. There's been a few cards, so we say, in the games between these two teams.
Yeah, you expect nothing less, do you, in a South Wales derby?
I think I saw a thumbs up there from Ellie Lake. She's set to come back on. She's dangerous on the right, causing problems. Drifting slowly towards half-time here. Rodney Parade, it seems. Swansea ahead. And even this, everything seems to be suiting Swansea at the minute. Slowing down, no pressure. Waiting for the half-time whistle. Cardiff will be desperate to change it in the second half. Get some more urgency into the play. A few minutes to be added on, we're hearing from the touchline. Off we go again. Stacey John delivering for Deacon. Oh, Deacon does so well. Got there first. Now then, this could be dangerous. Right in the middle. Just after everything, the pause in play, everything had slowed down, and suddenly Swansea flick a switch and they win a corner. Or do they? Yes, they do win a corner.
Yeah, Swansea just enjoying a little spell of possession here, just putting the ball into dangerous areas, pinning Cardiff back a little bit. Maisie Millish does really well here, just a clever play, just to deflect the ball off Lisa Owen as another opportunity for a set piece.
Confirmation from the touchline, 3 minutes added on. Another corner for Swansea City, another chance for Chloe Chivers to cause chaos in the middle. Stacey John is the option, creates the angle. And Chivers loves that, far post again, captain coming up. Jessica Williams couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, you can see that straight off the training pitch, isn't it? That short corner in, and then that deep ball back into the back post with Jess Williams. Just couldn't create the space really to make the contact that she wanted from it. There's such an inviting ball from Chloe Chivers, just too much on it in that instance.
Cardiff building from deep. Through Evans. Not many options for Meg Bowen there, but she's done well. Lovely ball by Meg Bowen. Kernock in the middle. Olden's there as well. Guess who was clearing for Swansea? It's Mitchell again. Slight chance for Cardiff. Frustration's obvious with Lily Billingham. Stacey John has possession. Final few seconds of the first half. Well, a bit more than that still to play. Only 2 minutes. Chance to create a chance maybe before we head to the changing rooms. Evans clips it forwards, nobody there.
Yeah, just lack of communication there from Evans and Cook. I think Cook was actually trying to show feet rather than spinning in behind.
They've got it right more often than not, to be fair, with Cardiff, but they haven't been able to capitalise on their chances. Swansea certainly done that. Now there's a bit of a race here. Goalkeeper out. Chamberlain saw the danger, did well. Maisie Miller saw the opportunity as well. Minute to go. Cardiff with Olden. Can they create something? They can't keep possession right now. Maybe Swansea can create something, but Chamberlain's out again. Settles the danger. It seems to have dipped in the last few minutes.
Yeah, just a little bit of a lull in the game, isn't it? Just Cardiff turning over the ball too many times, really, I think, really to get into any rhythm and create anything in these last 5 minutes.
Well, Kerry Walklett got out of that. Did well. Surrounded by Swansea players. Kept possession well. Power for Cardiff. Decides to go back. It's Karen Chamberlain, who could only watch helpless as Chloe Chivers' shot flew over her head, looping into the goal. And I think everybody's waiting for the half-time whistle. Dangerous game for Cardiff if Swansea start to press. There we are, half-time, and there's the goal scorer. Chloe Chivers, after 12 minutes, she's been everywhere. In amongst the best moments. The debatable moments as well, to be fair. But she got the goal. And that's the difference right now. Swansea ahead at half-time. It's Cardiff 0, Swansea 1.
Croeso nôl ato ni rownd derfynol cwpan Bute Energy sy'n fyw ar S4C Prynhawn yma ar eilirch sydd yn hedfan ar hyn o bryd. A nath hwnna hedfan mewn gan Chloe Chivers. Un gôl yn unig sydd yn ddi ar hyn o bryd, ond y ddau dîm wedi cael eu cyfleoedd ers y gôl agoriadol yna. Ond chwaraewyr Abertawe sydd yn gwenu ar hyn o bryd. Mae Gwenan Harris a Iona Williams wrth fy ochr i. Iona, be nesti o'r hanner cyntaf yna?
Oedd hi'n hanner cyntaf cyffroes ofnadwy ni'n meddwl, ond dwi hefyd yn meddwl bod Abertawe yn heiddi bod ar y blaen. Mae'r amddiffyn wedi bod yn gadarn, maen nhw wedi gwneud beth yn angen i wneud i gadw Gaerdydd i ffwrdd. Felly, y gôl yn ffantastig, dweud.
Wel, Gwenan, gadewch i ni weld y gôl yna eto. Oedd hon yn dipyn o ergyd gan Chloe Chivers ar ei throed chwych. Ond os yna gwestiynau mission i ofyn o Cerin Chamberlain yn gôl Caerdydd?
Yn sicr, fi'n credu ti'n methu mynd heb cwestiwn i hi. Sa'n deall pam bod hi'n dod allan. Mae'r bil yn crymannu sipyn bach, ond dim gymaint, ond mae jyst yn cam ddarllen y hediad y bil. Ond bys ni hefyd yn cwestiwn ni, awch chwaraewyr Caerdydd i cael Chloe Chivers lawr. Os mae un chwaraewraig yn y gyngrair yn mynd i gallu seithi a cael e mewn o fyna, fi ddim yn teimlo fel bod hi yn seithi. Fi'n meddwl mae jyst yn rhoi y nôl mewn i safle a ti gat y post yn bellach. Mae wastad cyfle cael e mewn. Ond mae angen cael lawr gyda bach fwy o pwrpas a cyflymder, ac o'n i'n gallu gweld, fi'n credu, oedd Billingham, oedd Michaela Cook, jyst yn loncian draw. Ti'n chwarae mewn rownd derfynol, mae angen bach fwy o cyflymder fyna i helpu wedyn Chamberlain, ond chwarae teg, cymryd dim byd i ffwrdd o Chivers, achos oedd e'n gôl arbennig dda.
Tipyn o ergyd gan ddi hi. Wedyn ni, Iona, o ran Caerdydd, maen nhw wedi cael eu cyfleuon nhw. Oedd y foment yma, Mackenzie Olden, ond wedyn ni Amelia Folkens yn gôl Abertawe. Wel, oedd yr eilirch yn lwcus gyda hon.
Roedd i chydig o smonach o honno, do. Ti'n trod yn y hynny, ti'n cymryd yr ergyd a ti'n troed y gefn, a ti'n just meddwl, sgwini beth y gwyddoedd, ond oedd hi'n lwcus iawn i gael ei troi. Bod y bel di taro'r postyn ac dod yn ôl iddi hi.
Nath i lan wedyn, chwarae teg, mae cwbl o weithiau, mae wedi cael gofyn mewn i'r chwarae, a mae Caerdydd wedi cael llawer o cyfleoedd yna gyda nhw. Ond dwy waith mae wedi gwneud arbediad dda iawn, so nath i'r cangwiriad ar dechrau. Bys ni'n cwestiwn i chwarae teg, falle jyst y dŵr sydd ar y llawr, falle oedd hi wedi camddeall hefyd, ond mae wedi gwneud lan ers ni.
Chi'n gweld ni fyna ar y trôn fan hyn yng Nghas Newydd. Mission ni sôn am Stacey John, Iona, nawr. Dyma fydd i gêm ola hi i Abertawe. Mae'n ymddeol ar ddiwedd y tymor, a mae wedi bod yng nghanol symudiadau ymosodol Abertawe heddi.
Mae Stacey John yn chwarae llathweddol i Abertawe, a fel bob tro da ni'n siarad am Abertawe, mae'r enw Stacey John yn dod i fewn i'r sgwrs. Ond mae wedi gwneud i job yn yr hanner cyntaf, mae wedi bod yn boen i Gaerdydd, a beth sy'n ddiddorol, mae wedi gychwyn i gyrfa fe Abertawe nôl yn 2013 yn erbyn Gaerdydd, ac mae'n gorffan i gyrfa heddiw yn dod eto yn erbyn Gaerdydd, a gyrra fyny mae pethau'n mynd y ffordd mae hi isio.
Mae wedi bod gyda'r clwb am 14 o flynyddoedd. Gewn ni weld os mae'n llwyddo i gael gôl yn yr ail hanner. A Gwenan, fel i ni'n disgwyl mewn rownd derfynol rhwng Abertawe a Chaerdydd, mae wedi bod yn gorfforol ar y degau, mae'n deg i ddweud.
Ydy, tanllyd iawn. Fi wedi synnu taw ond 2 cadw melyn fi'n credu sydd wedi bod. Mae rai o'r chwaraewyr fyna Murray yn sicr yn ffodus dros ben. Fi'n credu oedd Charlotte Carpenter ar y dechrau jyst moyn cadw llif y chwarae. Ond weithiau fel dyfarnau, mae'n rhaid i actually wneud bach o standpoint. A ers bod i wedi cael gadlu cwbl fe, mae wedi gweld, mae rhaid fi cael bach fwy o reolaeth ar y gêm yma a rhoi cwbl o'r cardiau allan. Ni'n disgwyl a ni moyn gweld yr ochr corfforol, achos mae'n golygu gymaint, ond mae angen hefyd sicrhau diogelwch y chwaraewyr.
Yn bendant. Wel, fel o'n i'n sôn cyn y gêm, mae wedi bod yn wythnos fysi i dîm rhyngwladol Menywod Cymru, 2 gêm yn erbyn Albania, 2 fuddugoliaeth i dîm Rhian Wilkinson, a mae cyn ymosodwr Cymru Helen Ward yn cadw cwmni i Nicky.
Diolch, Sianad. Helen Ward, it's wonderful to have your company once again here on Scorio for the Women's Welsh Cup final. Swansea going in ahead at the break. It's a really competitive first half between both sides, but the Swans will be delighted with that, I'm sure.
They will, yeah. I think Cardiff probably started just about the better in terms of possession, but didn't really create anything too much of note. And then obviously a wonder goal from Chloe Chivers. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt.
Do you think it was?
I've seen that left foot in action very close up, and for me, I think she's gone for that. that. So yeah, fantastic finish from her. Cardiff obviously having an opportunity that almost squirmed in as well, but a really competitive first half. But as you said, Swansea will be delighted.
Yeah, I have been looking forward to asking Chloe Chivers after the game whether that was intentional. I'll tell her you said yes, it was. I have to ask you as well about Cymru and Albania this week. Two really, really positive results that take us to the top of the group.
Yeah, this week was all about getting 6 points, and that's what the team's done. I think there'll be areas of the performance, particularly on Saturday, that the team won't be so pleased with, but it's a difficult journey to make over to Albania. The pitch wasn't the best. I know there were some issues pre-game with a certain area of the pitch, but to get the 3 points, get out of there and be ready for June, they'll be delighted.
How important, though, to get 2 consecutive victories like that?
Yeah, massive, but also I think 2 clean sheets as well, which is something that we've struggled to get in recent months, and probably over the last 18 months or so, it's been really tough to get clean sheets. So yes, it's Albania, but you can't take any game for granted, and they've scored goals already in this group, so to keep 2 clean sheets is really positive, and they'll be ready to go on to the last 2 qualifiers.
I want to ask you as well, Helen, about Phoebe Paul. 3 years ago, she was here playing her part for Cardiff City in the Welsh Cup final. To see her this week making her international debut against Albania, I mean, that's just fantastic for women's grassroots football here in Wales, all the way up to the top.
100%, yeah. I said inside before the game that this is becoming a real pathway towards the national teams, and okay, there's no senior internationals currently playing within the Adran, but seeing players that have played in there and then go on to make their debuts is a wonderful advert, and it will give the girls out there today, but every other team in the league as well, give them confidence in, one day that could be me. And yeah, credit to Phoebe, she's been brilliant, and she had a couple of really good appearances.
Helen, diolch yn fawr iawn. Enjoy the second half. Egwyl fer sy'n nesaf gyda ni rwan, ond dewch yn ôl ato ni ar gyfer yr ail hanner rhwng Abertawe a Chaerdydd mewn cwpl o funudau.
Croeso nôl eto ni, croeso I gas newydd ar gyfer rownd derfynol cwpan Bute Energy. A mae Cardydd ar ei hôl hi o gôl I ddim yn erbyn Abertawe. Diolch I gôl arbennig Chloe Chivers. Os na ffordd nôl i'r adar gleision. Reit, ni'n barod I fynd ar gyfer yr ail hanner fan hyn, felly nôl â ni nawr at Gwenan, Cath a Nick.
Welcome back, ready for the second half. No changes yet from the touchline, but big discussion near the Swansea side, Cardiff side I should say. Fiona Barney deep in conversation with new Cardiff manager Noah Bushby, former Wales international Katie Sherwood with me in commentary. Cardiff need to find a way back. Katie, it'd be fascinating to see how they go about it. Plenty of options on the bench, I guess. Well, we'll stay with play for a minute. Thought we'd gone out, but Deacon to John. Could be a dramatic start to the second half. Chivers, goal scorer. Danger. Wins a corner.
Yeah, positive start for Swansea. Again, Cardiff turn over the ball, and Swansea turn that defence into attack really quickly. And it's another opportunity for them to show what they can do on a set piece.
Chivers with a goal after 12 minutes. Got a glimpse of Eilish Mitchell there. She's been so important in defence. Maisie Miller to deliver near the penalty spot. Chivers again, lands to Chivers! And it lands in the goal! Deacon strikes right at the start of the second half. And Cardiff have now got a mountain to climb. Swansea double their leads right at the start of the second half. It's 2-0.
Wow, what a start to the second half for Swansea. Well, it's the first corner we've seen that Chloe Chivers actually hasn't been a part of delivery. And there she is in the box, keeping the ball alive. And Amy Deacon doing what she does, just ready there to latch onto anything. So clinical at the death here, just a lovely little touch just to guide the ball into the back of the net. But Chloe Chivers in the mix again, causing chaos. And there she is, Amy Deacon, to put Swansea 2 goals ahead.
Well, couldn't miss, but he needed to be there. Deacon against the Blues. And the celebration for Swansea. Well, she's having a great season. 17 goals now in all competitions. Scored against Cardiff back in November. Well, how crucial is that moment? And Cardiff will have to try and respond now.
Well, we were saying at half-time the next goal will be a huge one. And it's Swansea who gets it. It's how do Cardiff react now?
Cardiff have won every game against Swansea this season. 4 in the league, 1 in the Adran Trophy competition. They got to the final, lost that to Wrexham, lost the league to Wrexham, and they're losing the cup final to Swansea at the minute as Chivers goes for a walk, delivers again, a chance to strike! It's 3-0! Maisie Miller stuns Cardiff City. Chivers creates. It's Miller time at Rodney Parade. It's Swansea time. 3-0, incredible start to the second half.
Well, it's almost too easy, Dylan. Again, Cardiff, they turn over the ball lands at Chloe Chivers' feet. And this is such intelligence, such vision to see. That reverse ball into Maisie Miller. She doesn't get a lot of pace behind it, but it's just the accuracy and precision. You question, can the goalkeeper move a lot quicker across the line? But it's Chloe Chivers again, pulling the strings, that vision, that awareness of where she is on the pitch. And it's clinical from Maisie Miller. Now Cardiff, they have a real mountain to climb.
Well, they say you need to take your shots early. I thought you'd taken it too early. I thought you had more time. But look at that. That's an incredible start to the second half.
It's actually a great finish from Maisie. Great technique. She almost hits the side netting.
What a moment. Well, a few moments for Swansea City at the start of the second. It's 3-0. Incredible. Whatever Cardiff were thinking, coming back out. 1-0. OK, we can deal with this. Suddenly, staggering start to the second half from Swansea City. 3 seasons without a trophy. They're hoping to change that. Cardiff offside. That'll stop everything. And we go back to the point a few weeks ago they were going for the treble, and now they're 3-0 down in the cup final. Where do you begin trying to respond to that? New manager, Noah Bushby, plenty to think about. Izzy Taylor sits back. I'm sure she's not relaxed, but she'll be happy.
You're comfortable now, aren't you? A 3-0 up, second half. And the way the Swansea have actually been playing, you know, the game plan has been working. They're quite happy with 5 behind the ball, that bank of 4 in midfield, playing on the turnover, playing on the transition, soaking up the pressure, picking key moments when to attack. And they've been really resolute against Cardiff. Now Cardiff have to do something different.
I think we're all stunned here at Rodney Parade. 3-0. 2 quick-fire goals, start of the second half for Swansea City. Walklet goes for a little walk. It's forced back by the Swansea captain. Strong performances all over the park by Swansea. Kernock flicks it on to Oldham. Still no movement from the Cardiff bench. You'd expect some changes, surely, just fresh legs, anything to try and change it. They need to change it, and quickly.
Yeah, we'll see now what resilience Cardiff have, just to not lose their heads completely, just try and regroup. That comes down to the leaders in the team, Hannah Power, just making sure that her team still have that togetherness and belief that they can get back into the game.
So much success recently for Cardiff. Double last year, treble before, then a double. Double, treble, double. There's a Welsh Cup before that, 4 Welsh Cups in a row. It's all on the line. Slipping away. More than on the line. 3-0 down. And Chivers is enjoying herself, looking for Stacey John. It's a foot race here, and John wins it. Miller in the middle. Chivers arriving. Surely not. Not going to do it again. Deacon for Swansea. Creates some space. Went for a cheeky little chip, but straight to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, you can see confidence is high. When you're winning, football feels a little bit easier, doesn't it? But it's Chloe Chivers again, just orchestrating the attack. Got to get closer to her, because at the moment she's pulling the strings from midfield.
It's been some performance from Chivers. Waiting for the offside. See it coming. Helen Evans.
It was actually great movement from Helen Evans. The ball just needed to be played to her a little bit quicker from Hannah Power, and she just couldn't hold her run. But again, it's great play from Swansea. That togetherness at the back, just being really disciplined and stepping at the right time.
Yeah, you've mentioned the high line a few times. Cardiff will be hoping they get it wrong at some points. We're seeing some movement, to say the least.
When you look at the bench that Cardiff have, Madison Perrow, Fiona Barry, Fionn Price, such experience there. Madison Lloyd, a young player with pace and scores goals. This is Noah's time now to kind of roll the dice and throw on these attacking players and try and create something.
Especially Barry, scored in last year's final, just seems to come alive in these big moments. Doesn't get much bigger than this right now. The team desperately needs something.
Well, you know Cardiff, they have the quality to create chances and to score goals. But the way the Swansea are playing, the discipline they're showing in defence, is going to be really difficult to claw back 3 goals.
Cardiff started so well. Bright start, first 10 minutes. They looked on top, and then Chloe Chivers struck, and they're off again. Chivers dancing through, danger for Cardiff. She's enjoying herself. And Stacey John was ready to pounce, just in case. Chamberlain gathers. You can sense the tension now, and Cardiff are trying to rush things. They're just desperately trying to get back into the game. Tough place to be out there, 3-0 down in a final, I'm sure.
Yeah, really difficult, especially like you said, when they've had that success previously as well. This is not situations that they're used to being in, these high-pressured moments. So this is about how they can really regroup now as a team and change things up.
So it's Madison Perot coming on, Fiona Barry, Lisa Owen, Laura Kernock leaving. Barry, 12 goals this season in all competitions. A couple against Swansea, actually, in the Adran Trophy quarter-final. 4 in the Welsh Cup. And a lot of yellow cards recently, so she'll be perfect for this occasion.
It's surprising that she didn't start, actually. A player who is, you know, really prolific in front of goal and a real game changer. But this is her moment now. Can she spark something? Can she bring on that energy and just change things for Cardiff?
Welcome to the world of being a manager. You can be an assistant. Even, I guess, he's been in charge of youth teams and stuff, but this must feel totally different.
Yeah, coming into a game like this, it is a high-pressured moment, but this isn't going to define Noah's career as Cardiff City manager. Obviously, you want to get off to a really good start and lift silverware on your first game, but this is the brutality of competitive football.
And he in Derbyshire, starting a new job, leaving the club, so he can say it's nothing to do with me. When people will go, they didn't win a thing this year. It's his fault, he's the manager.
Well, he's on the other side of the world, so I'm sure he'll be watching and supporting the team.
So much success during his time here, but it's been a tough season, this one. Threat from Wrexham was obvious. Wrexham really piled on the pressure towards the end of the season. And now here, seriously up against it. Billingham into Lake. Chivers happy to go back, slow things down. Only 10 minutes gone in the second half. Feels like a lifetime already. It's 3-0. Deacon. So much time. Lake under pressure. Deacon gets away. There's a foul.
Yeah, Deacon having far too much room and space there to operate in. There's the full-back and the centre-back. Just none of them really committing to pick her up on the first phase there, and then it results in, you know, getting a free kick.
Stacey John, can she keep it in? Not quite. Final game of an illustrious career for Stacey John. And so far, so very good. Not on the score sheet, won't care about that if she's lifting the Welsh Cup in about 40 minutes.
Yeah, 14 years at Swansea, four titles at Swansea as well. I'm sure she would love to add a Welsh Cup or another Welsh Cup to her tally.
There would be some way to say goodbye as Miller goes for the corner. She's won a throw as well, Miller. Did very well. Scorer of the third. The second was a shock. Now then, there's the tactical board. There's not much on it. Doesn't need to be at the minute. 3-0 up. Don't concede, I think.
I was going to say, don't let Cardiff score.
Chivers in the corner, finds some space. Miller under pressure from Perot. Stacey John with a touch. It was nearly perfect for Stacey John and Swansea. It was nearly another.
Well, she's already got 161 goals across her career. In the first instance, I thought she was just found herself in an offside position, but it's a great ball in. Just a little bit of a death touch there, just couldn't direct it towards goal, but I think the goalkeeper was beaten.
So close. Back defending as well. Cook gets in first. The ball did hit the hands, but they're playing on the pull of the shirt. Murray on Billingham. Still over half an hour to go. Plenty of time, but there's a big but, I guess.
Well, I want to say there's no time to panic, but when you're 3 goals behind, it is a little bit nervous energy about you. But I'd love to see a bit more urgency from Cardiff. At the moment, their body language is saying a lot.
And Swansea can keep doing this. Looking for Deacon, Chivers, Miller on the left. Nearly a mistake. It was nearly a gift for Swansea. Last thing you need right now. They're under pressure here. Stacey John wants it. Doesn't get it. Meg Bowen steps in.
There's a rare error from Hannah Powers. Not often you see her lose possession in the middle of the field. The Swansea just not able to capitalise. But all Swansea need to do right now is just sit in their two banks of four, and just be quick on the turnover. Because when you've got players like Deacon, Stacey John Davis, with that pace to burn, they're always going to be a threat.
Bowen lifts it up. Cardiff back in possession. Power to Perrault. Risky game, playing it out from the back. Does very well. Dancing through the defence. It's arrived at Cook's feet. Slightly fortunate, they won't care. Strong tackle from Swansea. Back they come, Ellie late. And it's a goal kick, it's not even a corner. There's also an injury. Adding insult to injury.
Yeah, we know the pace that Michaela Cook has, but Ellie Lake, she can match it. What a fantastic tackle. One I would have been proud of when I was playing. She does take Michaela Cook, but it's just the follow through from the pace that she's gone on. You can see how much she enjoyed that one.
Little celebration as well, they're obviously up for it. Doesn't help Cook.
Yeah, she does seem to be in quite a bit of discomfort there.
Swansea finishing third in the league. Hadn't won against the top two until that last game of the season against Wrexham. Lost all their games against Cardiff. What a time to turn that around.
Yeah, they've had quite an inconsistent season. But you can see the quality that they have. Sometimes it's just finding your rhythm and just finding the best players in the best positions. And
yeah, the goals again.
I think Izzy Taylor's done a great job this season, just keeping this team together. They were on a tough run, 4 losses. But like you say, that Wrexham game has really turned things around for them.
Stunning start to the second half. It's put them 3 clear. Stunning moments, and Cardiff stunned. They just haven't been able to respond so far. Into the last half hour, still time, but there's no sign of a comeback at the minute. Maybe just one moment can turn it Cardiff's way. It'll be dramatic. Perrault, she's through. Dangerous as well. Strong defence, Lucy Finch. Another one like Stacey John, final game of her career. Cardiff down to 10 here. Cook still off the pitch following that injury. And the foul stops play. And back she comes.
Yeah, Swansea haven't let Cardiff get into any type of rhythm or flow with their possession.
Deacon. It's been obvious all game. Izzy Taylor watching. The new Cardiff manager. First game, cup final, 3-0 down. As Katie Sherwood said, long way to go in his career. Certainly won't define him.
No, he's only a young manager, he's 25, you know, he's still got a lot to learn in the game. Obviously you want to start with a win. But football doesn't always give you what you want.
Stacey John losing and winning possession. Billingham for Cardiff. There's white shirts everywhere, and that just sums it up. Hits Olden on the knee, bounces up for a throw-in.
Yeah, Swansea really matching Cardiff physically, and I think they're getting the better of Cardiff in that side of the game. They're doing the ugly things really, really well, tracking runners, putting their body on the line.
Power steps in, looking for options. Billingham, one of them. Well, Billingham has what it takes. What a ball. Barry, chance for Cardiff. Fiona Barry for Cardiff. Lifts it over the goalkeeper and into the net. And Cardiff are right back in this game. Substitute Barry steps from the bench to give Cardiff hope. A moment of magic. The pass and the finish. Can they do it? Surely not. 3-1.
Well, we were talking about something being able to unlock this defence. And Lily Billingham, the first time we've really seen her on the ball. And what a sensational finish that is from Fiona Barry. She's only 19 years old, but what she does, she scores goals. To have the audacity to do that when you're in that really high-pressure moment. Top class there from Fiona Barry. And it's a lifeline for Cardiff.
Only just come on. She does this. Lovely, lovely finish. Young Player of the Year last year. Team of the season. And there's a thumping tackle below us as we're watching the replay here. Scored in last year's final. Scored in the Adran final against Wrexham as well. Well, they needed 3, they still need 3, but they've got 1 anyway. It's a start, it's a good start. Go straight through. So the goalkeeper. Well, we might have a finish on our hands here.
And what a way to get your team back into the game as well with that finish.
Shannon Evans now, Cook gets through. Surely not, it's not going to change again. Cook, great delivery, it was a chance. It was a massive, massive chance for Oldham. Couldn't deflect it on target, but Cardiff are up for it.
Yeah, their tails are definitely up, aren't they, Cardiff? Again, it's that space. Just put the ball in behind. You know Michaela Cook, she's such a willing runner, and the quality that she has on delivery. I'm not sure Mackenzie Olin actually knew where she was in the box. She didn't actually have to put that much on it. She tries to flick it to get it over Fawkins, but it just needed a bit more of a delicate touch to guide it towards goal.
Well, the game was drifting away from them. Suddenly, there's hope for Cardiff City. They need to be careful and tight at the back. They hit Chloe Chivers. Ref stops play. Oh, she's been in the middle of everything. Chloe Chivers. The goods, the bads, and the very painful. That's going to hurt. Ouch.
Yeah, there was a stingers. Make your eyes water.
Point blank as well, wasn't it? Well, she strikes you as the type of character who'll bounce back from it. Fun in the sun. Plenty down here at Rodney Parade again. Men's Welsh Cup final last weekend. Carnarvon Town beating Flint. Not quite such a long journey for these two for this final. We're halfway through the second half. What on earth is waiting for us in the next quarter of this game, I wonder?
Well, we said this game was going to be real value for money, and it certainly hasn't disappointed.
Chivers continues to get treatment near the touchline. Oh, Cardiff have gone again. The high line not looking so strong right now. Swansea got at least 1 player off the pitch. There's 2 players off the pitch.
I think they're down to 9. I think it's Caitlin Williams and also Chloe Chivers off.
So they're down to 9 as they face this situation. It's a corner. You think the referee would have a look here?
Surely, why can't Caitlin Williams come back on?
Well, if something comes of this, there'll be questions. Shannon Evans! 3-2, Cardiff City. Unbelievable turnarounds. It's all happening in the box. Swansea City, 2 players off the pitch, face the corner, and Shannon Evans, who loves scoring in cup finals, has done it again, and plenty of time for Cardiff to get another one. What a moment.
Well, she does so well there, Shannon Evans. She loses her marker. The angle is actually really against her in order to get any power really on the ball, but she does great to guide it back across towards goal. It's a great delivery in. But Dylan, you have to question why Caitlin Williams wasn't allowed to come back on the pitch. She is a centre-back for Swansea, and she's integral to how they defend those set pieces.
Massive call. And they're off, well, they're nearly off again here. Everything's totally changed. You just couldn't see a way back. But you've watched so many football games commentating. Katie's played in so many football games that you know it's just that 1 minute can turn it around.
Well, you know football is a funny game, and I always believe things can change quickly, but I didn't see it from Cardiff. They didn't have the body language or the energy to really get back into the game, but these subs have certainly changed the game.
So Fiona Barry again in the middle of everything. Couldn't win the corner, piling on the pressure. Well, Barry's been brilliant since coming on, and that one could have gone anywhere as well, deflecting. Oh, some game.
And breathe.
Just for a bit. There you go, tactical genius. Managing games easy.
I think the substitutions he made, though, they were brave. He brought on 3 attacking players, and he's really gone for it.
I guess. It's
no
brave,
choice.
but also in that situation. Yeah. 20 to go. 3-2 suddenly at Rodney Parade. And there's Wales manager, Rhian Wilkinson, fresh from Albania.
She'll be happy with the result last night. Maybe not the performance, but 3 points against Albania.
Really.
Yep. A good international window for the Wales women.
Precious cargo there in the lap as well. Fair play. Yeah, good week for Wales women. And the journey to the World Cup, complicated journey to the World Cup. We'll worry about that another day. Cook steps in. And suddenly it's Cardiff voices you're hearing from the stands as Oldham gets there first. It's so well. No foul either. Oldham not complaining. To be fair, Eilish Mitchell seemed late. There's a bit of afters. Off the ball as well, just out of shots. Shannon Evans steps in. Oh, she fancies it, Shannon Evans. No one's holding back right now. But you would not be surprised if you saw Cardiff coming back into this. Well, they are back into it. You wouldn't be surprised to see them get another one. Offside here. Here's the challenge coming in.
Yeah, well, she does really well, Mitchell. She matches Oldham here for pace. She just goes with the wrong leg. It's a clumsy tackle. I'm surprised the referee hasn't pulled that one back. She's had a fantastic game though, Mitchell. Been in the thick of things for Swansea defensively.
Swansea preparing a substitute now. Somebody coming on with a simple message of calm down as Deacon dances through. Swansea just need to remember what was going so well for them earlier. Stacey John on the right. Can she inspire them? Well, they're still ahead. No need to panic. Easier said than done, though, and it's gone from 3-0 to 3-2 in an instant. So Tate Trivet coming on. And it looks like Miller, the goal scorer, the third, Maisie Miller, coming off. Chance to see that goal again.
Yeah, really clinical here from Maisie. I think she's had a fantastic game. She had a fantastic game, Wrexham, in the last game of the season as well. A real consistent player for Swansea. But what trait will give you is pace. She has pace to burn, and she'll really try and stretch this Cardiff defence.
Seen so many set pieces, dangerous set pieces today. Another one here, Swansea. It's their chance. Well, they go low. Bowen, somehow, got it back to the goalkeeper. She's under pressure there. Hannah Power, Cardiff captain. Out it goes. Still over 15 minutes to go. Amazing second half. 1-0 half-time, just to remind you. Chloe Chivers after 12 minutes, then 2 quick-fire goals for Swansea. Start the second half, 3-0. You thought, that's it. You try and think, OK, maybe Cardiff can come back into it.
And I'm always optimistic. I always try to think, OK, a team can change things, get back into the game. But 3-0 down, it's a huge ask, isn't it?
done so well to drag themselves back into it. Fiona Barry with the first. Shannon Evans with the second. That's given them some serious hope. 15 to go. Free kick goes to Cardiff. It's been quiet for a minute. That's all. It's been so frantic in the second half. Substitutes coming on. Madison Perot, but mainly Fiona Barry's made such a difference. Swansea will just want to settle things down. Chivers. Room down the right for Stacey John. Is this the moment for Stacey John? Goalkeeper out. Chamberlain spoiling the party there.
Yeah, it's a great starting position from Chamberlain. Sometimes it hasn't always gone her way. Yeah, really front-footed goalkeeping there from her.
Holden flicks it on. Nobody there to take advantage of the situation. Oh, Shannon Evans in there first. How many times have they tussled over the seasons, I wonder? Evans and Stacey John.
There's a couple of things that the referee is missing. A couple of things after the ball has been played. It is starting to get a little bit feisty, a little bit fiery. And the ref just needs to make sure that she has this under control.
Well, it's been a bit like that from the kickoff of the first half. To be honest, as Cardiff go again. It's going to go through to the goalkeeper. Four Kings. Taking her time there, Four Kings. No rush. Plenty of fans here at Rodney Parade as well, enjoying the sunshine, enjoying the game, certainly. Good attendance as well as Chivers goes from distance. I'll remember the attendance because it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1,234.
Yeah, I think this game has been a great advert for the domestic game in Wales. And just by Wrexham, winning the league this year, you can just see how much more competitive the league is becoming. And that's exactly what we want to see, that healthy competition within the league.
Certainly got that as it bounces kindly. Stacey John in the middle. Shannon Evans again. Clearing. It's Trivett, the Swansea sub, causing problems down the left for Cardiff. Swansea keeping possession. Chivers just a little flick to Trivett. Two in the middle, plenty back from Cardiff as it floats out for a goal kick. Suddenly the clock's starting to run a bit quicker. Well, quicker than Cardiff would like anyway. Mike Bowen. Swansea starting to close them down. Again, Trivett. Again. Under pressure. They'll be happy with this though. Swansea City deep in Cardiff territory.
Well, I'll be honest, Dylan, coming into this game I thought it had penalties written all over it, so I've said it out loud now.
Cardiff have faced penalties this season, losing the Adran Trophy final to Wrexham. I did have a look on who scored and who missed, just in case we need to repeat that situation. No extra time. Billingham steps in. Cardiff keeping possession. It's not quite as frantic as it was. High line again, Barry, not offside. Well then, quickens the pace. Fiona Barry does well to get beyond the last defender. He's won the corner. Swansea, I don't need to tell you, they don't agree with that decision.
Well, it's the first touch here from Fiona Barry that allows her to cut inside. It makes it really difficult for the defender there. You have to be so careful in those occasions that you don't make any contact with the player in the box, but Caitlin Williams, she does great to get back in and recover.
They were 3-0 down. It's 3-2. Can they equalise? Bowen was in there, still down. Oh, Shannon Evans, she's got one. So was Barry. Barry twisting, turning. It's definitely outside. It's into the net. An absolutely incredible comeback from Cardiff City. Fiona Barry causing so many problems. She went for it. The deflection seems to have come off the Swansea captain, Jessica Williams, of all people. Incredible scenes at Rodney Parade. All square.
Well, Cardiff just do so well here, just to keep the ball alive in the box. Swansea, they just fail to clear the ball. And this Fiona Barry, she's such a nuisance. It's a bit of a hopeful strike, but sometimes you just get a bit of luck, and that's exactly what Cardiff have got. It's so unfortunate for the captain, Jess Williams.
Well, there was a hand in the air, there was a flick off the head. She hit the target, to be fair to Barry. It was causing all sorts of problems. That's why they had to try and deal with it. And it's taken a wicked deflection. And Izzy Taylor can't believe what's going on. Not the only one. 3-0 down. Suddenly, it's all square. Just after Katie Sherwood mentioned penalties as well.
I can feel another goal coming, though.
Oh, well,
and I don't know which way it's going to go.
There's certainly time. Well, it came up as an own goal. I think that'll be given to Fiona Barry, who's definitely hitting the target. Absolutely bonkers comeback. 25 minutes to go. It was 3-0. And here we are now, 3-3, 9 minutes to go. Cardiff have just found a way. They've dragged themselves back into this game. How have they done it? Has anything changed, or is it just...
I think it's the subs. I think the substitutions really just threw a different element into the mix. So I think Fiona Barry coming on just...
Well, yeah, I said how. Well, one sub scored 2 goals, so that's
there
one
we go.
clue.
Super sub.
Well, another late challenge there from Chloe Chivers. Referee's seen that one, not for the first time today. And she has a word with her. Could have done that in the first 5 minutes, to be totally honest. And now it's Swansea's turn to be frustrated. They must have thought they'd won it. I know it's a dangerous position to be in.
Well, I did. I'll be honest, I didn't see Cardiff getting back into the game. We talked about their defensive structure, how they were hitting Cardiff on the transition.
And they're off again. The high line that was going so well for them. Fiona Barry's just destroying it, to be fair. Strong tackle from Power, the captain. Chivers looking for Stacey John. And everywhere you look, there are stories developing, narratives in this final. Stacey John with the winner, wouldn't put it past her. Suddenly, they were nearly through again. Williams, the captain. Important header. Shannon Evans seems to have stepped up as well in the last few minutes. Got a goal. 7 to go. Mike Bowen steps in. Shannon Evans as well. Auckland does well. I couldn't find Olden. Olden doesn't give up. Turns away from 2. Perfect ball. Billingham for Cardiff. Dangerous Billingham. Support arriving from Barry, who's got 2 already. And then they slow it down. Fiona Barry, she's going to go for a hat-trick. Well, why not? Oh, she wasn't comfortable at all. Amelia Fawkins could see it coming a long way out. Still there for Cardiff. Stacey John steps in. Saw the danger. Cardiff now piling on the pressure. Power to Barry. It does seem like Cardiff fancy another one here. Can they keep it in? Helen Evans Happy to let it go. I thought it was a goal kick. She
I
obviously
did too.
needed
I was
it.
thinking, why is she letting that go? But a good period of pressure there from Cardiff, just probing at Swansea, just trying to find those spaces. And they earn themselves a corner, and it's something that Swansea haven't dealt with well in this second half.
Mackenzie Olden strolling across to take this corner. They were still losing 3-0 20 minutes ago. It's 3-all. They fancy a fourth. Olden delivers. She'll get another chance. Wasn't the best corner. Take two. Swansea dealt with that one. Ellie Lake clearing. Olden again. Blue shirts waiting in the middle. That's another disappointing one, but Cardiff tried to flick it on. Goal kick. Disappointing corners there from Olden.
Yeah, it's an opportunity, isn't it? Big moments of the game, set pieces. You expect the delivery to come in with a much more quality from Olden, because they have been the areas where Cardiff have been able to get back into the game.
Five to go. And again, it's worth reminding ourselves, Cardiff won every game against Swansea this season. Swansea only scored 3 against them all season. They've scored 3 in one afternoon, and they're still not ahead. It's 3-all into the final minutes of a pulsating cup final. Is there another twist in the story? Jessica Williams, captain, desperate to drag a team back into this. Her deflected flick, or Barry's shot deflecting off the captain into the goal. Mad moment. Perrault, another one of the subs that's made a difference since coming on. Taking a risk there though. Concedes a throw.
Yeah, we're going into these high-pressured moments now in the game. Who can hold their nerves and just keep things simple and really minimise the risk?
Fiona Barry. Looks like she's just strolling around the local park at times, to be fair. Not in a cup final. It's certainly made a difference, and here she is again. Good work in midfield, though. Billingham winning possession. Well, Barry got it through. Some race. Cook too strong in the challenge. Cook didn't quite anticipate that pass from Barry right at the start of the move.
Well, that's been a great duel between those two players, hasn't it? Two players who got a lot of athleticism about them, a lot of bite about them.
If I remember correctly, I think Kath Morgan's coached Michaela Cook. You'd never
Says it all,
guess.
doesn't it? She taught her everything she knew.
There are a few clues in that. Talented and fiery. There we go. Good combination as Cardiff clear. Barry doesn't get there first. Deacon, goalkeeper off the line. Deacon slows it down. Stacey John. Can Swansea strike? Stacey John thought she'd beaten Shannon Evans. None of it. Shannon Evans battling back. Possession back with Swansea. Eilish Mitchell, strong as usual in defence. Lake. Swansea just slowing it down. Cardiff get it back to the goalkeeper. A pause before the final few minutes. Big boot from Karen Chamberlain. Conceded 3, and suddenly as Stacey John goes for it from distance. I think that's a bit far for even this fairy tale, to be honest. You never know.
Yeah, she definitely has her in her locker, but it's a bit too far out to really cause Chamberlain any problems. We know that she does have quite a high starting position.
Cardiff try and go long again. Cook for Cardiff. Back they go. And there's another yellow card coming up for Swansea. Maddie Murray. Adds it to the collection of little fouls, I think, in this game.
Yeah, two real tenacious players who've gone toe-to-toe. Don't think there's any love lost between the two.
Swansea come away with possession. Deacon, Evans did so well, didn't want to just knock it out, found the pass to Hannah Power. Cardiff keeping possession, back with Evans. We're into the last minute. How on earth did that happen? How did the scoreline happen? And here we are as Cardiff go again. Barry just hovering on the shoulder of those defenders. Has caused so many problems. We're waiting for the confirmation of added time. But at the minute, it's a race for the ball. No problem for the goalkeeper. Bit too much space for Swansea there, I think, for Cardiff's liking.
Yeah, Cardiff just got to do a little bit better to manage that spacing behind now and not commit too many players forward, because you know Deacon, she's always ready to latch on to something.
4 minutes added on. Time for one more chance maybe for either side. Noah Bushby, first game as manager. Slightly entertaining, dramatic, to say the least. Going to find out who's been named player of the match as well. Our Welsh colleagues are picking, Kath Morgan's picking, and there you go, no surprise, she's picked Chloe Chivers.
Yeah, she had a sensational 45 minutes in the first half, a little bit quieter in the second half, but she's definitely showcased what she can do on the ball, her distribution, her eye for goal, her work rate off the ball. I think thoroughly deserved there for Chloe Chivers.
Start of the game, will she be lifting the cup? That's the question. I think Fiona Barry can't be too far behind with her cameo appearance as sub. Couple of changes. Amy Deacon has left the pitch. Steph Turner's coming on for her final appearance as well. Another of the Swansea contingents as they dilly and dallied a bit there over the clearing the possession. They've got away with it, and Stacey John has possession. Shannon Evans steps in like she's done constantly in the last 20 minutes. She's been huge at the back, and Billingham threatening for Cardiff. John saw the danger. Well, Shannon Evans steps in again, concedes the throw in.
Aided substitution for Swansea, Galakai in the field.
Well, Steph Turner has only just appeared, so they're down to 10 there as well. So another one making a final appearance for Swansea City.
Yeah, you look at those three players who are retiring, Finch, John Davis and Turner, overflowing trophy cabinet between the three of them.
Well, Steph Turner's won the league 6 times, Welsh Cup 3 times, League Cup 6 times. Fair play, illustrious, glorious time with Cardiff Met over the years. Won the league with Swansea way back as well. Some skills from Perot. Are we going to have even more drama? Just over a minute to go. And then it's penalties. Somebody may have mentioned this earlier, Katie Sherwood.
Well, I can see into the future, Dylan. I just didn't think there'd be much to separate the two teams. Well, I was definitely wrong with those 3 goals from Swansea. But yeah, Cardiff found a way to get back into this game.
Billingham for Cardiff. Surely not. They tried to break through. They have broken through. Barry, 2 waiting in the middle. Oldham is one of them. Chance for Cardiff. Goalkeeper's out. Hawkins is out. There was a chance. He knows it. The manager knows it. Amelia Hawkins blasts it upfield. I think that just might be it. Oh, there's a pause. Is it Oldham still down? It's been a long afternoon.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit of cramp setting in, I imagine. I don't think there was any contact. But she has most certainly worked so hard, stretching Swansea's back line. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be a substitution here for Mackenzie Oldham.
There's the
Yeah,
recent.
I'm going to say that's cramp.
Well, there will be a substitution, looks like it anyway. Right at the end. Holden off. Madison Lloyd coming on. Fancy taking a penalty?
Well, I would have had Mackenzie Olden down as a penalty
well,
taker, to be honest, and also Amy Deacon for Swansea.
It's going to be dramatic. I think they've both more or less been forced off. As Katie said, you'd have kept them on for penalties. Now then, no mistakes. We're nearly there. Nearly full time. Cook, can she keep it in? Here's a race. Substitutes just come on. Waiting in the middle. Not much time here. Billingham, full of tricks. Still full of tricks. The pass wasn't correct. As Chivers steps in. Is there time for one last opportunity? Walklet for Cardiff. Way over the time added on, but there was a stoppage. Cardiff lifted in. Still a chance, Walklet. Might as well shoot. Looking for support. Perot into the box. And it's a corner. Hang on. There's time. You send the keeper up. Oh,
One
maybe
more
not.
final push for Cardiff. When that ball fell to Walcott, then I just wanted her to smash it. It was an opportunity.
Deep, deep over the time added on, over the 90. Shannon Evans steps up, surely not. 3-0 down with 25 minutes to go. Can they steal it? Right at the death, Cardiff City. Swansea clear. And there's a tug. It looked like a foul, they're playing on. Steph Turner boots it upfield, referee's enjoying herself. Still hasn't whistled. Again, it's another chance for Cardiff. And there's space. But the goalkeeper comes out. Fawkings comes out. And now surely the whistle. Oh, who am I to judge? Turner's in there. There is a whistle. A whistle for the foul and a final whistle. At the end of an absorbing cup final. Swansea must have thought they'd done enough. 3-0 up at the start of the second half. Still 3-0 up with 25 minutes to go. But Cardiff have dragged themselves back into it. Oh, we're heading for penalties. Don't go far. We'll be back now after the ads. Welcome back, Rodney Parade, 3-3. We have penalties, we're ready, and the first to take, Swansea captain, Jessica Williams. It begins, the drama, the agony, and the captain, strike first for Swansea. Up steps Williams, and Williams scores, low in the corner. Great start for Swansea. Katie Sherwood next to me. Right, we've seen this before this year. Cardiff lost the Adran Trophy final on penalties against Wrexham, so we'll see how that affects things.
Yeah, great start for Swansea. That's exactly what you want from your captain, from your leader.
Fiona Barry stepping up. She scored twice and she scored her penalty in the Adran Trophy final against Wrexham, so she'll be confident. Amelia Fawkins hoping to spoil things. Barry for Cardiff, absolutely no problem.
As cool as you like.
Incredible impact since coming on as substitute.
Yeah, expect nothing less from her. Really composed and calm.
1-1. Chloe Chivers, start of the show, names player of the game, stepping up. Left foot or right foot? I don't know. Goalkeeper doesn't know, more to the point.
I also don't know what to expect from this. Is she going to absolutely hammer it in? Is she going to do something a little bit cheeky?
Chloe Chivers for Swansea against Chamberlain. Here it comes, and Chivers again. Lovely, lovely penalty from Chloe Chivers.
Yeah, perfect placement. She puts her in an area that's really difficult for the goalkeeper. Just lifts it into the corner.
Right, Madison Lloyd is stepping up for Cardiff. She's only just come on. 18 years old, has just come on to the pitch.
I actually don't know if she touched the ball when she came on. This could be her first kick of the game.
Amongst the goals recently, she's come back from Pontypridd, been on loan with them. Amongst the goals since coming back. What a huge moment for the 18-year-old. And Lloyd strikes. Look at that. So calm.
Slotted away with real confidence and conviction there for Madison Lloyd. Can be a real mental battle when you're taking a penalty, but full of confidence.
2-2, and look who's stepping up, Stacey John. Her last game for Swansea City. Golden boots galore, 161 goals. And she's about to take a penalty. Her last touch for Swansea City. No pressure.
All eyes on this one.
She's done it so many times. Deep breath. Stacey John for Swansea City. You felt there was a story somewhere in this cup final. There were stories everywhere. And we've just had, quite possibly, the cruelest ending of them all.
Yeah, this is the brutality of penalties. There's absolute no room for error. Just doesn't get enough power or accuracy really to cause Chamberlain any problem.
Lily Billingham now stepping up. Scored a couple against Swansea this season. Scored in 2 cup finals for Cardiff. Last year against Wrexham. It's all square, but it could be advantage Cardiff after this moment. Lily Billingham for Cardiff. Cardiff ahead.
Well, the goalkeeper, she's grounded to the line there. It's a great finish from Billingham. The goalkeeper has no chance. Not sure which way that she was even going to go.
Ellie Lake for Swansea. Pressure on now. Really needs to put this away. They were 3-0 up. Lake for Swansea. Does the job. A little shout of celebration. It's 3-3, but still advantage Cardiff.
Yeah. Nerves of steel there from Ellie Lake. Swansea really needed that one.
Another one that's been competing all game. Cook steps up for Cardiff. The ones that missed in the final, by the way, are off the pitch, so that's not a factor. Michaela Cook for Cardiff, scores again. They keep going. towards that side of the goal, and the goalkeeper keeps going the other way, and Cardiff are nearly there.
Yeah, again, it's not right in the corner, but it's just enough. That little subtle movement just to send the goalkeeper the wrong way.
Steph Turner is stepping up, just like Stacey John. Her last game for Swansea. She's about to kick the ball for Swansea for the last time. Nerves got to Stacey John. Looks nervous, you've got to say. Let's see what happens here. Has to score. Steph Turner for Swansea City. And Turner does score. Just.
Yeah, that was a real big moment for Swansea and for Turner. Just showing her experience, her composure there to find the back of the net.
Megan Bowen for Cardiff City. Meg Bowen for the Cup. She's won it 3 times, scored in the semi-final against Wrexham. She's still young. She's been around for so long. This is the moment. Meg Bowen for Cardiff, for the Cup. Bowen scores! Cardiff celebrates! Sheer delight for Cardiff City. They've won the Welsh Cup. They were 3-0 down. They were out on their feet. They've found a way. They've hit back. And Meg Bowen scores the crucial penalty. They lost the Adran Trophy final on penalties. And they've turned it all around. What a moment for Cardiff City. How on earth did they do that, Katie?
I'm stunned, Dylan. What a roller coaster of a game. You really feel for Swansea because they were in complete control. You're 3-0 up in the second half. You think that you're going to be lifting the trophy, but credit to Cardiff. They really showed their resilience to find a way to get back into the game. And 5 great penalties from them.
Yeah, they scored them all. Swansea missed 1. And I nearly don't even want to say the words. Who missed? Stacey John on her final appearance for Swansea. The glorious goal scorer. So many golden boots. Missed the penalty on her final appearance. Football does that sometimes. Such a cruel moment for Stacey John. Tears of delight here for Cardiff City. And here's the moment, Megan Bowen. They're all solid penalties, fair play.
Yeah, what a way to seal the cut from Megan Bowen. Big pressure on her shoulders there. Only a young player, but fantastic composure from her. And you can just see how much it means to this Cardiff team.
Noah, what an incredible afternoon. I think as far as comebacks go, that's how to do them.
Before I start, I just want to congratulate Lucy, Steph and Stacey on great careers. They've been unbelievable for the league and Wales, for women's football in Wales. So huge congratulations to them. And I said before the game, Swansea are going to be a great opponent, and they were. It took so much character, so much. We spoke at half-time about pride and passion, and I know we conceded 2 after half-time, but you saw that pride and passion towards from the 60th minute onwards. We were brilliant, and I'm just so.
Nicely done, Noah. Nicely done.
So proud. Yeah. And the staff deserve it as well.
I mean, at 3-0 down, can I ask, what did you say to them? Because to concede 2 so early into the second half as well, that could have been enough to send anyone's heads down, but you just kept going.
Yeah, we made a couple of tweaks, 2 subs and a tactical tweak, and it was just about belief. We spoke a lot about belief at half-time, and it was just about belief. We believed we could get back into it, and we were saying on the bench, it's a momentum, and at one point we just needed that shot, or we needed that goal, and unfortunately that came, and then it's just momentum. So really, really proud.
How disappointed were you though to be 3-0 down at that point, and with the goals that you conceded? You probably perhaps didn't expect that coming out here today.
I don't know about expectation. Like I said before the game, Swansea are a good side, really, really good side. So I don't know about expectation, but it was just about the goals were poor to concede, but like I said, momentum. We had the momentum towards the end of the game. They had the momentum for a lot of the start of the second half especially. I thought the first half was quite even, so that's just football.
And I think what we've really seen today here, Noah, is some incredible demonstrations of real character that's brought you through all the way to the end there.
Yeah, my huddle before the pens wasn't about pens, it wasn't about that. I just said, I'm so proud. I said the character you've shown, so the words you said, character, is exactly right. The character you've shown and the passion and pride to get back in the game. And yeah, that's exactly it.
Certainly not a bad start as a manager for a boy that supported this club since day one. Llongyfarchiad y mawr, enjoy the celebration.
Diolch, thank you very much.
Enjoy it, mate.
Wel, oedd hwnna'n special nag oedd hi am ffordd I Noah Bushby ddechrau I yrfa fel prif hyfforddwr Caerdydd. A mae hwnna, mae Cwpan Cymru yn aros yn y brif ddinas am dymor arall. Mae Gwenan Harris a Iona Williams wedi dod I ail ymuno a fi fan hyn. Gwenan, fi'n credu hwnna yw un o'r rowndiau terfynol a un o'r gemau gorau I fi wedi gweld o ran y gyngrair yma. Oedd hwnna'n rhyfeddol.
Oedd, a dyna beth ni moyn, nag ni moyn drama, ni moyn cyffro. Yn amlwg mae un tîm yn mynd I bod yn siomedig iawn, yn enwedig I gorffen fel hynna, ac yn amffodus iawn I Stacey John, taw hi oedd y person. Mae wastad un person yn amlwg yn mynd I siomi mwyaf, just siomedig I ni gyd, really, taw hi oedd ond am gêm ac am adlewyrchiad o'r gyngrair a'r safon, a pa mae'r cysylel a cyffroes yw e.
Ie, Iona, gorfoledd I Gaerdydd, ond tor calon I Abertawe, maen nhw'n siŵr o fod yn wyndran fel gollon nhw'r gêm, I feddwl, o'n nhw ar y blaen o 2 gol I ddim.
A ti'n fel, mae rhwng benderfynol, ti'n 2 gol I ddim ar y blaen, a ti'n meddwl, game management fan, da ni gorau cadw'r bel, cadw meddiant, ond mae jyst yn dangos agwedd Gaerdydd, dyn nhw ddim yn stopio nes y diwedd, a dyna lle ti'n cael pencampwyr. Car ymlaen, a wedi dangos 3 gol yn ôl, a yn anffodus I Abertawe a Stacey John colli o Vickers Motin, sydd yn greulon.
Ia, pan ti'n gwybod sut I ennill, mae fe'n dod yn habit, so maen nhw wastad yn aros yn feddylion seicolegol, maen nhw wastad yn gwybod, ni jyst angen rhywbeth. A chi wedi gweld, faint nathon nhw tyfu y hyder yna ar ôl y gol gyntaf, oedd ystum corff pawb di newid. Ac wedyn oedd e lawr fel oedd Ion yn dweud, I Abertawe I ceisio reoliau, ond maen nhw heb bod yn y sefyllfa yma am amser hir. So, fi credu oedd profiad a naws Caerdydd yn y sefyllfaoedd yma di talu ffrwyth yn y diwedd.
Mae yna ddigon I drafod ar ôl hwnna, ond fel I ni'n gallu gweld, mae'r dyfarnwyr yn dechrau cael I medalau fan hyn ar Rodney Parade, ac I ni'n agosau at weld Caerdydd yn codi Cwpan Cymru. Felly, nôl â ni at Nick.
Welcome back. It's a familiar sight. Cardiff City getting the medals, waiting to lift the Welsh Cup. Katie Sherwood's been with me all through the game. I still can't quite believe it, Katie.
I can't either. What a game. What an advert for the domestic game in Wales. Like I said, it was a real roller coaster of a game. I really feel for Swansea. You know, when you're winning a game 3-0, you expect them to go on and kind of secure the win. But Cardiff is part of their DNA with winning silverware. And they just found a way to really find themselves back in the game. You have to give credit to the manager, Noah, for the adjustments he made. But congratulations.
Presentations begin. Catherine Newton from sponsors Bute Energy. Lucy Gwilt as well, board member with the FAW, handing out the medals again to Cardiff City. We thought they might be finishing a season without a trophy, as Noah Bushby, the new manager, gets a medal. 3-0 down, absolutely incredible scenes, and a certain someone waiting to lift the trophy. Emotional moment coming up, Katie.
Yeah, really proud to see Hannah lift the trophy. I know the sacrifices that she makes all season, like every player does in the league. You know, they're not full-time, they have jobs alongside what they do. And yeah, so proud big sister.
They could have finished the season empty-handed. Maybe they should have finished the season empty-handed. 3-0 down, but certainly not out. It's 5 in a row for Cardiff City. An incredible run of Welsh Cup wins. The cup awaits a final photo before the captain gets a moment. Good luck lifting it, by the way. Massive. Superb looking cup as captain Hannah Power steps up. Cardiff City again Welsh Cup winners 2026. The celebrations begin for Cardiff City, just capital. They've done it again, so cruel for Swansea. But it's a beautiful blue evening at Newport for the Bluebirds. Amazing scenes here at Rodney Parade.
Congratulations.
How on earth did that happen? All smiles for Cardiff.
Captain Caerdydd, Hannah Power yn wen o glist I glist ac yn rhoi cusan fach i'r tlws. Iona, oedd Gwenan yn sôn just nawr am meddylfryd Caerdydd, a mae rai ni edmygu nhw, achos maen nhw just ddim yn gwybod fel I roi'r ffidil yn y to.
A sy'n dangos bod nhw'n heiddi fod yn bein campwyr achos o'r agwedd maen nhw wedi dangos yn yr ail hanner. A fel ydych chi cyn y gêm, trwy'n bach di ffori I Noah Busby wedi enw lawr fel rheolwr Gaerdydd. Tro cychwyn yn gêm gyntaf yn ennill y Cwpan Cymru a nhw wedi rhaid enw I enw'n barod.
Wel, gadewch I ni gael bach mwy o ymateb nawr gyda Nicky.
Mae gan Bowen llongyfarchiadau enfawr am ddrama, am comeback, ond Caerdydd newydd sicrhau eich 5ed Cwpan Cymru yn olynol. Sut wyt ti'n teimlo?
Sdim geiriau, really. Ni eisiau cymryd y pen a just diolchgar bod wedi mynd yn y rwyd, ond fi'n credu pan mae tîm fel hyn yn dod lawr, ni 3-0 lawr. Hanner amser, rwy'n ni'n onest gyda'n gilydd yn y stafell newid, doedd ddim yn digon dda, ond ail hanner ni dangos pam hyn yw cwpan ni a pam ni eisiau ennill. Gobeithio am y chweched troeth blwyddyn nesaf, ond a nawr ni'n mynd i'n mwynhau hwn. Mae Noah ers I fe dod mewn I bod yn anhygoel. Mae Ian am y tymor I bod yn dda hefyd, ond mae'r cefnogwyr yma yn dod allan. Os ni'n chwarae yn y gogledd, ni'n chwarae lawr y dim, nhw wastad yma. Fi'n siŵr bod heno mynd I bod yn noson da. Dwi'n siŵr o hynny hefyd, o gai ofyn I ti Megan, be oedd yn mynd drwy dy bendi fel oedd ti'n cerdded I fyny I gymryd y cwrs matyn na? I fod onest, fi ddim wedi bod yn marfer am yr wythnos diwethaf, fi wedi bod yn Albania felly. Fi ddim really wedi gweld, mae'r tîm wedi ymarfer, fi ddim wedi gweld y pwysau sydd ar y tîm. Ond fi'n credu mae hwnna'n dda I ryw raddau. Ond rydyn ni eisiau cymryd un erbyn Rex yma, ddim digon o botel gen I, ond mi eisiau gwneud y heddiw a diolchgar bod Karen dior atel really Abertawe yn sgorio, ond ddim wedi geiriau ar hyn o bryd. Ie, dwi'n siŵr bod ti ar goll o ran geiriau, ond mae gan gwrando llongyfarchiadau gresog I chi. Dos I fwynhau'r dathliadau. Diolch yn fawr, diolch. Have a good one.
A mae Pêl-drod yn gallu bod yn gêm greulon fan hyn. Iona, fel oedd Gwenan yn sôn, I ni'n torri'n calonau ni dros Stacey John o ran y foment yma.
O bob gêm, so di gêm ola hi a Abertawe yn ymddeol, ac yr unig cwrs motyn I gael method yn hi, ti gorfod teimlo dros di. So mae mewn dagra tôl yn I fan hyn.
A wedyn ni cic Meg Bowen, Gwenan, y gic fuddigol.
Ie, pwys dda, chwarae teg. Fi ddim yn credu o mateb I ar y dechrau. Oedd hi'n gwybod taw yr un fuddigol oedd hynna, ond falle jyst ryddhad mwy nag unrhyw beth, achos mae yna pwysau a nath I dangos safon hi gyda'r gorffeniad.
O ran Abertawe, Gwenan, ble maen nhw'n mynd ar ôl hwn, achos mae hwn yn mynd I frifo am spel iddyn nhw?
Wel, cyfnod o ail adeiladu, bys ni'n gweud, achos yn amlwg maen nhw'n colli gymaint o chwaraewyr nawr. Fydd angen spel ar ôl hwn, jyst I ddod dros y siom y rwystredigaeth, a wedyn canolbwyntio a gobeithio defnyddio hyn I tanio nhw, tanio carfan ifanc, fydd yn edrych, fi'n siŵr yn wahanol, ond mae Izzy Taylor yn profiadol, neu chi dod â newidiadau a chwaraewyr arall mewn. Just, siom enfawr iddyn nhw I orffen y tymor ar ôl bod mor cyfforddus hefyd o fewn y gêm.
Ie, mae fe'n mynd I fod yn ddiddorol I weld shwd mae Abertawe yn datblygu o dan arweiniaeth Izzy Taylor tymor nesa. Ond Iona, nôl I Gaerdydd jyst yn glo iawn am ffordd I Noah Busby ddechrau yrfa. Os yw hwn yn arwydd o beth sydd I ddod, wel, mae tymor nesaf mynd I fod yn sport.
Twod yn gyffredinol mae wedi bod yn dymor eitha siomedig I Gaerdydd. Twod yn wedi cyrraedd gyngrair am tro cyntaf sbel, wedi cyrraedd trws yr adran, lle mae wedi bod yn dymor siomedig ar y cyfan iddyn nhw, felly twod oedd nhw angen profi pwynt I hynna'n heddiw I orffen y tymor efo tlws. Felly, ia, llongyfarchiadau nhw a Fysbi.
Yn bendant. Wel, i ni wedi cael ein sbwylio fan hyn ar S4C am gêm i orffen y tymor domestig o ran y menywod ac am dymor arall o ran Cwpan Cymru Bute Energy Glas i'w lliw y gêm. Nos da.